to say that it will include a suspension of all kinetic activity, also a prisoner swap of 1,000 prisoners. We haven't seen a number like that for a while, 1,000 prisoners from each country.
Fox's Aisha Hasni reporting. And as that war takes a possible break, the U.S. expects Iran to respond to a peace plan, even as fighting flared again today.
This time targeting several empty, very large crude containers, ships that were trying to break the blockade and head to Iranian ports. Yesterday, 3 U.S. guided missile destroyers were transiting the Strait of Hormuz when they came under attack from Iranian missiles and drones. CENTCOM says none of the U.S. warships were hit, but they had to take evasive measures and shoot down the incoming threat.
Fox's Jennifer Griffin. The Virginia Supreme Court today shot down a voter-approved Democratic redistricting plan.
The ruling is a huge blow to Democrats who had hoped to redraw the maps before November's, giving them more power in the Commonwealth. Republicans saw the outcome of the vote as a huge setback, but today's ruling changes everything.
Fox's Mark Meredith. And earlier, California also got voters to approve a redistricting map. And yesterday, Republicans in Tennessee enacted a new House map that carves up a majority black district in Memphis. Democratic State Rep Heidi Campbell says it will be litigated. America's listening to Fox News.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-884-1012 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-884-1012. That's 800-884-1012. What do you have to lose? Call 800-884-1012. Again, 800-884-1012.
There it is. The gentle sound of Let It Rip Friday. Anything goes. How you doing? Look out. It's only me. It's only the camera. With Pete Davis in the mountains of Macon, looking better every day. Surrounded by flowers and happy little modules of bright colors. I can't tell what it is.
Looks like he's underwater.
Inside of a molecule of beautiful kaleidoscope of colors.
Aquarium. The enchantment under the sea.
An aquarium. There, it's an aquarium. There it was. Anyway, looking better every day. Holy Crap of Sports is coming up. Flounder, right next door, checking stuff and being here and doing things and everything. And on the board, yes, it's Tommy Newsom right there. Although, as the morning show says, Silent Jeff.
Silent Jeff.
Silent Jeff. So that's either way. But I don't know. When I look around and I see you guys and the team's all here, really, all I can really say is Saturday. Thank you very much. I don't know why I do that. I must have done it like the first time. I was just exclaiming something, and for some reason I didn't. Anyway, all right, look out. How you doing? Well, you have the gang's all here. Everything's fine. Here is our phone number: 404-741-1230, 741-1230. And we got some major newsy things, also some weird things, and a couple of sports things. In fact, a couple of really nasty sports things. In fact, I don't know whether Pete's going to mention that. We'll talk about a little bit later on. But some major news items, and also some personal stuff and social media type stuff and chat bot stuff.
Chat bot or Chat GPT?
Well, now what's the difference?
Chat GPT.
Is that an actual brand name?
It's like Grok. You use Grok. There's
I use
Chat
Grok.
GPT.
But so that
Grok is Grok is the AI for Twitter. Chat GPT is kind of the one for Google, I guess you could say.
Well, I have Grok, so that's. I don't have Twitter. I don't go on Twitter, though.
I'll have to look and see what yours is.
Well, I'll show you. I'll get it right here. It's a little green with a little funny face on it. Yeah, there it is. A black one with a gray thing right there.
Grok. Oh, look at there. I didn't realize it was its own app.
Yeah, it's an app. It's a black square with a.
When I see Grok, I see it through when I go onto Twitter.
Yeah. Well, this actually says GROK under the app. Anyway, so that's what I use it all
Learn
the
something
time.
new every day. Look at that. Kimmer just taught me something technology-wise.
That is impossible to believe, by the way.
Good night, everybody.
The world is, it's going to explode any moment. I'd duck if I were you. Anyway, 404-741-1230, 1230. Okay, here we go. Now, Neil Boortz, we think is joining us at 4 o'clock.
I
normal.
think I just got a message.
He may be, we'll find out. Again, he does a lot of traveling and with the missus, and so, you do what she wants, and if she doesn't feel like having him pull over to talk to us, then he won't, by God. So, but either way, that's fine.
He is stuck in traffic, so we're going to probably reschedule for next week. Maybe we'll do one.
I don't think that's acceptable.
I will let Neil know your disappointment.
I don't think that's going to work.
No.
I believe you can pull the hell over on the side and, you might get a signal or something. Okay, all right, fine. Yeah, I know.
Well, I'm sure he's listening right now.
I notice he never misses, the morning show. I guess, when your teacher's freaking pet or something, when they suck up to him like that all the time. And,
hey, at least I fake a major medical.
Yeah, he had to pretend to go to the hospital for 6 or 8 freaking weeks or something. My God, man. Okay, fine. I guess if it doesn't matter to him, it doesn't matter to him.
He'll be back next week.
Yeah, next week, week after, no problem. Whatever. I'll do. What do you mean he's stuck in traffic?
You want me to read his text?
No, it's private and personal. I wouldn't want to read it on the radio. I'm stuck in traffic. Yeah. I can't, and they won't let me out. I can't get it. These cars are blocking me in, and I'm afraid of being carjacked. I got to be on my watch. I can't be talking to you guys. I have to protect my wife and this big house on wheels here. So I can't be messing with you freaking people on satellite feeds and stuff from where God knows he's probably in freaking Montana or something. Who even knows? God.
Dog ate my keys.
Yeah, he ate your GPS or something. Well, fine. All right. We'll just figure out something else. No, it's fine. We got stuff to talk about. We got a billion things to talk about. So, and we'll just wish Neil well. And oh, by the way, before you even okay, all right. Okay, 2 things. We have 3 basic major news stories. We have 4. The Iranian Gulf of Hormuz business, where I love the video of us shooting these freaking tankers. These tankers tried to run the blockade. No, I don't think so. And then the other part of that is that they were shooting at us and with drones or missiles, and we shot those all down. So it's 2-0 for America here in the Gulf of Hormuz. The other thing was apparently they're working on a new ceasefire plan for Russia and Ukraine. And again, I've stopped caring about that, to be honest with you. I don't know. Are they still fighting and killing? You would think that if they're losing 5,000 people a week, that it would be, in the news. Anyway, so they made that. So that's true. We got the war in Ukraine, Russia, and the Hormuz business. Also, the Virginia Supreme Court, 4-3 decision. We only have 7-member court, 4-3 decision, and it overturned that racial gerrymandering thing. And of course, the Democrats are going nuts because they said, if we can't do racial gerrymandering, then how are black people ever going to win anything? Well, see, ma'am, that's the issue. It's racial, so you can't do it that way. They really don't know much about what's called, the Constitution, stuff like that. Anyway, so Virginia lost that, so we'll talk about that. Also, you'll hear about a bunch of sound bites of that and talk about fraud going on, investigations all over the place. But the big story, we're going to start with this. UFOs. Holy smokes. And I've seen the video. Have you been looking at the video? This just came out today, and there's going to be a whole bunch more stuff released on it. So we'll be talking about that, too. And we'll lead with that. And then we got all this newsy stuff. Also, I mentioned the social media and things like that. I got to find the thing here. We talk more about the reality star who looks like he may just well be the new mayor of Los Angeles. And speaking of that, yesterday, a Flounder, I think Jeff sent you a message yesterday while we were talking about the mayor's race and also the governor's race in California. And I made the mistake of confirming we were talking about one of there are 2 dried up old hose bag hater women, one running for mayor of Los Angeles, the other running for governor of California. The girl running for mayor of Los Angeles is Karen Bass. She is the mayor of Los Angeles, and she's running for re-election. The dried-up old hostbag and liar and cheater running for governor of California is Katie Porter. She's the one who poured hot acid in her husband's eyes while he was sleeping and chopped off his hands, I think, or something. I forgot exactly I'm not sure that's the something something like that. I don't have the facts on it. Anyway, so she's just a real snake. Anyway, we were talking about this guy Pratt being the new superstar, the reality TV guy Spencer Pratt, and we mentioned that he was soundbite taking on his opponent in the mayor's race, and then we were talking about the governor of California race, and I mistakenly said that it was Karen Bass we were talking about in the governor's race, and it was actually Katie Porter. And the reason I mentioned this is to say thank you to Air Force Joe. Remember, Air Force Joe had called in, and you brought, I think, Silent Jeff brought the note into Flounder, and Flounder and I said on the air, oh yeah, that was, and then Air Force Joe, but I never mentioned it on the air. It was during the break, and I never went to thank Air Force Joe to correct me. It was not Karen Bass we're talking about. It was Katie Porter in the governor's race. So thank you, Air Force Joe. I feel bad that we didn't give him full credit and correct us, because when I'm wrong, I like to know it so we can fix it. Okay. Anyway, I'm done. Okay, done. Now, yes. What?
You lost me at Saturday.
I know. There's so much. We just got stuff. We got things, and we got stuff, and we got a chick complaining about her boyfriend, who is now an ex-boyfriend, because he was seeking advice on ChatGPT. And she caught him. Yeah. Well, this is a thing. This is going to be more and more of a thing, by the way. We'll also talk a relationship thing with a couple who have a 34-year age gap. She's, 26, and he's 60. And they have very strict rules for their relationship. And social media is having kind of fun with deciding whether that's ridiculous or stupid or whether that's ever going to work. Stuff like that. Also, the little town Georgia mayor who got mad because a couple of guys on the police force made fun of his wife, so he fired them all. The whole damn police force is gone. They're all fired. So sheriff's department has taken over. It's up near where Pete in the mountains of Macon. A little farther north. Well, it's farther north. Well, it's
in
close.
Chattanooga.
Well, all right, but you're almost in Chattanooga.
No, I'm not.
Well, the mountains of Macon, look at the map. You can look it up. Like Yogi said. You can
by Ringo.
You can look it up. Leave me alone. Do we what?
Go ahead. Go.
Do we have tickets to give away too also?
I think we have one more set.
Okay, we'll give away a pair of tickets. I'll talk about it coming back to this business coming up, not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow, May 16th, Rustics Manor, Holly Springs, Make America Gala, Back Our Blue in America too. All kinds of stuff. We'll talk about it here in a minute. 404-741-1230 if you want these tickets. We'll have them here coming up very, very soon. All right, Kevin, Pete, Flounder, and Jeff on the board, and everybody's happy, and it's a beautiful Friday. Let it rip, anything goes. Beautiful sunny afternoon, and we got the banana people are in town selling their merchandise all up and down the Battery. It's really cool. Anyway, here we go. 3:13 on 106.3 Let It Rip Friday. How you doing? Look out.
If you listen to Extra, share it with a friend. It's how we grow and how we can reach everyone in the Atlanta community that believes in the American way of life. If you value the station, help us grow by telling someone about the Extra 106.3 app.
Did your dog eat your Social Security card and your driver's license, Richard? No, silly. Get yourself a safe from Atlanta Safe House. See what I did there? If you're afraid of losing something, you need copies of stuff, put it in your safe. You don't have a safe? Well, that's where Atlanta Safe House comes in. I don't know. Having a safe just feels better. It is better, and it takes care of stuff, unlike when I lost my medical records when I moved to Florida when I retired and didn't have a safe, and boom, bam, pow. But anyway, that's my fault. Now my kids know where to get medical record information should they need it, or real estate stuff, or if I have any money left in bank account, the deal. And not only that, but things you want to save, from the pictures or jewelry and coins and collectible stuff, shapes of all sizes. Atlanta Safe House, new location, Union Hill Road in Alpharetta. They got 500 of them ready to go. Giant, huge safes, big as your house. You can build you a vault door, pistol safes, and safes for the hiding things that nobody knows about, nooks and crannies and everything you're looking for. The top brands, like my first, I think was Browning. and Fort Knox more than anybody in this whole part of the country. Taking care of business and protecting your rights, too. They protect you and your stuff. AtlantaSafeHouse.com.
Hey, this is Lowe's with David from Atlanta, who just purchased his new car with the Honest Car Guy, the new, fully transparent way to buy your next vehicle. David, tell us about your experience.
I had been looking for a vehicle for a couple months. The car buying process was a little challenging at first for me. I had some credit issues in the past, and I just happened to hear a familiar voice on the radio, and it happened to be on the Honest Car Guy ad. I got in touch with Tom. Within 2, maybe 3 days, I had a vehicle being shipped here from Orlando, Florida. I have already recommended him to family members, several friends, and I'll purchase a car from Tom when I make my next purchase for sure.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
Hey, this is John Flading from ATL Turfco. We're a family-owned and operated independent local company here in the Atlanta area. We've been in business for over 15 years. We install several different types of artificial grass. One is landscape, which looks like real grass for your lawn. The next one is pet turf. Pet turf is a little bit shorter than landscape, and it's more durable. And the other one is putting greens. If you can dream it, we can build it. Just go to atlturfco.com to schedule an appointment.
Hey Atlanta, it's Drake Baldwin here. When I won Rookie of the Year, I thought of everyone who helped me along the way. My friends, my family, and hot showers. That's why when something goes wrong, I call Superior Plumbing. Still locally owned, Superior has been serving Atlanta for over 40 years as the go-to plumber for leak repairs, toilet replacement, and water heater installation. They don't call them the honest one for no reason. Superior's team is my MVP. Remember, there's no job too small.
770-422. Need advice on getting things fixed up around the house? No matter how big or small that project is, we've got your answers. Listen to us on the All Four Seasons Home Show presented by the Trusted Toolbox. Join Dan Watkins, owner of All Four Seasons Garage Entry Doors and Windows, and me, Chris Lalamia, your favorite handyman from the Trusted Toolbox, as we tackle all the issues, fixes, and honeydew projects around your home. Join us every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. or grab the podcast anytime on the Extra 106.3 app.
You've worked hard to build your investments, but are they positioned the right way from a tax perspective? Because it's not just what you make, it's what you keep. Hi, I'm David Nicholas, president of Nicholas Wealth Management. Many investors don't realize that their portfolios may be creating unnecessary tax exposure. Capital gains, required minimum distributions, inefficient account placement can quietly reduce your returns, especially as you approach retirement. At Nicholas Wealth Management, we help clients evaluate whether their investments are structured in a tax-efficient way, looking beyond performance to understand how taxes impact income today and your legacy tomorrow. Are your assets in the right accounts? Are there opportunities to reduce further tax liability? Is your strategy aligned with your long-term retirement goals? Call Nicholas Wealth Management today, 678-990-8500. Schedule a complimentary review. That's 678-990-8500 or visit nicholaswealth.com. Nicholas Wealth Management, helping you keep more of what you've worked so hard to build.
Nicholas Wealth Management is an independent financial services firm. This is for informational purposes only and it's not specific investment advice.
Right here in our backyard, sellers trust Purple Wave Auction to move their equipment, from excavators and ag equipment to trucks and specialty trailers. Our no-reserve online auctions help local sellers turn iron into opportunity. You get a dedicated territory manager who knows your operation, your market, and your timeline, backed by nationwide buyer demand. Local service, national reach, real results. See why more sellers choose Purple Wave. Visit purplewave.com to get started today.
Oh, here we go. Stand by. Well, that's one way to... here we go. 2014... Hey, our buddy Chuck Berry, 2014 on this day. Chuck Berry named one of the Polar Music Prize laureates. A spokesman for the award committee said in the course of 3 minutes, Chuck Berry conjures up an image of the everyday life and dreams of a teenager, often with a focus on cars. Chuck Berry, born in 1926, was the first to drive up onto the highway and announce that we are born to run. Unquote. Chuck Berry. Polar Music Laureate. There you go. Let's see. A little birthday list action here. Alex Van Halen. Now, you guys are going to have to answer a question or a quiz here in just 1 second. Alex Van Halen, 73 years old today. Originally, he took guitar lessons. Alex Van Halen took guitar lessons. His brother, Eddie Van Halen, took drum lessons. Then it says here, Alex tried Eddie's drums and realized he was way better at the drums than his brother was, and that changed the course of music history. Or at least it changed the course of David Lee Roth's life. Now, why did it change the course of David Lee Roth's life?
David Lee Roth was the first singer for Van Halen.
Aha! Well, what's that got to do with who did the drums?
I have no idea because Pete's on a quick doctor's call.
Oh, excellent. Okay, well,
but David Lee Roth was the original singer, and Alex Van Halen and Eddie Van Halen are brothers.
Right, but again, I wonder why it made a point here that because he was better than the brother at drums, that it changed the way the band. I don't know. Anyway, whatever. I'm just passing along. I guess I don't know the answer. A quick congratulations to Steve. Steve has won our tickets to the fabulous Back Our Blue in America 2 at Rustics Manor in Holly Springs a week from tomorrow. Not tomorrow, but May 16th. And do we know when this starts? I mean, it's got to be a date. I mean, they're going to have a dinners, and then they're going to watch the Preakness, which is in the evening. So I assume
I'm
it's
not sure.
an
I think we're
afternoon
actually
thing.
giving away those next week as well. So we'll have tickets. So I'll find out the exact timing for next week.
Anyway, so you're going to now. They're going to have to honor fallen police officer Joe Burson, also for the Foundations of Police Actions in Holly Springs and Cherokee County. Dinner, drinks, live music, a silent auction of really cool prizes and stuff you can buy, carriage rides, hot air balloon rides, and the live Rustics Preakness horse race, and viewing the actual Preakness, which is pretty cool. Now, you also get a pair of passes. You get a commemorative whiskey glass and a special edition Back Our Blue in America 2 challenge coin. And again, I'll put mine out. I have a challenge coin. Hold on. It was given to me. Oh, my God, where is it? Don't tell me. Oh, here it is. I got it. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scream. This is it. It's a giant metal coin. It's a coin, giant coin, and it has, pictures and things, and I have my chevrons here, Marine Corps stuff like that. Big, heavy thing, and this was from the Sergeant Major of the Marine Corps. Anyway, you get one of those, too. Now, a warning, Steve, if you're married and you're coming in to pick up the tickets, get here before 3. Because if you're bringing your wife down, you got to pick them up in person, right? Still, is that the thing? I understand.
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, so if you come down here in person with your wife, she's going to be she's going to see me in the window when you come in. It's going to be. Remember the last time? Hell, there was one chick was throwing herself up against a window for God's sakes trying to get in here. So I'm just warning you. If you get the tickets in person, to avoid seeing the Kimmer, you probably get her before 3 or before noon, actually. But anyway,
you had a beautiful woman at your window yesterday.
I did. A total knockout. Didn't even recognize her.
I know.
Not because she's not always beautiful.
You hurt her feelings.
Now she mentioned, how did I hurt her feelings? I called
you didn't recognize her.
Well, she used to have that funny hairdo. She had that little ploppy thing, freaking, I don't know what you call it, like not peaches. What was that girl had the side hairdo thing or something? Some cartoon character or something.
Are you saying she had a Portuguese man of war?
Yeah, she had a freaking, like a
jellyfish?
A jellyfish, something from the sea sticking up there. Oh, my God, man. And I didn't recognize her. She's beautiful. I mean, she always been, but again, see, you're the man. You should be telling you should, a lady. Okay, by the way, ladies, you don't get to just do anything to your hair that you want. Okay, I'm sorry. And we men have the right to say, sweetie, that's not that. You got to change that part. We get to do that. Can you do that with your lovely Veronica? Does she mess with her hair and do stuff that you say?
Her hair's perfect.
Sweetie.
Her hair's already perfect.
Well, there you are. But if she came in and did one of those freaking top knot things, I mean, would you say, sweetie, I love you, but my God, what the hell is that?
Real quick, the event is 4 to 9:30 p.m.
There you are, 4 in the afternoon. And again, you're watching the Preakness if you want, live, I guess, for their giant TV things or something. So cool. Anyway, so congratulations, Steve. And I guess we'll do this again next week. And again, if you miss the Kimmer, get her before 3 because she'll be all over me. Okay, 404-741-1230, 741-1230, 325. We got a lot of, you're going to hear some really fun sound bites from the Secretary of State, also from Donald Trump. Oh, in fact, you'll hear that in a second. But first, the business on UFOs. Have you seen the video? Flounder, have you seen it? Pete Davis, you've seen the videos that they're released?
Really.
Not really?
No.
You can Google it, and New York Post has got videos there, and I think Fox. Anyway, you can find it. It's very easy to find. But again, the problem for me is I see what they're showing us, but I still don't know what it is. And the fact that they say they don't know what it is either is therefore, proves to me that it's something we don't understand, that it's probably extraterrestrial. But I still don't know what it is. I don't know whether these things are manned or occupied, or whether they're drones and, spy satellite things. I assume that's what it is. Is that if there are other beings in the universe, they're sending out these probes, much like we did. America sent out probes to the universe. We did it.
They're robots. They're sending out robots.
Well, I assume that's probably it. Some sort of, something that takes demands or orders from the mother ship or the mother planet. I don't know. Are there even planets that they would live on? I mean, for all we know, it's some kind of freaking light force in a part of the universe where there's just all mist or something. I don't know. There's no way we can understand this unless they come forward. Now, the other thing is, and again, there's images showing like an 8-starred thing. There are little dots. There's stuff that goes underwater and above water. They change directions. They're all over the place. Pilots have seen these things. Orbs launching other orbs in the distance. Glowing spheres hovering in place. Transparent objects. Translucent kite. Orange-colored orbs releasing smaller red orbs at least 5 times and then disappearing. Something flying above the ocean surface made multiple sharp turns, estimated speeds at 80 miles an hour, which is nothing. But the military operators are finding cold objects using an infrared sensor traveling 20 miles an hour and then abrupt directional change and disappear. I mean, I don't know what they are. I don't know. Now, and by the way, this guy from Tennessee, the congressman, or is he a senator? Congressman, says that we're going to wet our pants when we get more. So, on the other hand, okay. Let me ask you, Pete Davis, what would be your reaction if it turns out that in the next few weeks these things are released and it's obvious that there is intelligence, life of some kind in the universe, and they have been visiting us for God knows how long, and they are here, and there's still things that are checking us on life on Earth? How are you going to react to that when they say, yeah, obviously it's true, these things got to be real from another kind of a solar system place?
Then all the science fiction stuff I read as a kid was true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, maybe they wrote it. Maybe those guys had a little something in from the outside,
conditioning us, getting us ready.
Yeah. Pete, Flounder, how do you...
I wouldn't be surprised, because how can we think that we're the only living species in whether it's the solar system or galaxy or what? I mean, we can't be the only ones.
Mikey Mute, and on yourself there, any comments? If it's all real and it's confirmed, we know that they're out there and there's nothing we can do about it.
What has really changed? I mean, if they're real now, so what?
Well, and now you believe that I assume that you believe that there are UFOs of real things that exist in another life form somewhere out there. Is that true or not?
I believe that people are seeing something. My personal opinion is I don't think they're intergalactic. I think they're interdimensional. I think there's a different thing going on there.
Well, okay. I mean, another like 2 time warps or something, or
they're more spiritual beings than aliens.
I don't know what that means.
Time warp.
Well,
we're going to do the time warp again.
Well, it's more like.
Go ahead.
I think from a biblical perspective, I think they're fallen angels.
Aha.
No.
Yeah, it's just
I'm sorry,
interdimensional
Pete says that's silly. I'm sorry. I got his mind. You know, we try to get the new guy in here, and then comes up with this crap about falling. No, sorry, no, it's so wrong.
Now you know why I don't talk.
They're interdimensional.
Hey, I gave you a cookie today, mister, and you gave me my bottle of water, so we're even. Okay. Anyway, I'm sorry, Pete. And now, and the thing, the fallen nation, we've heard, people have said that before. That's one of the theories.
They're interdimensional beings. I think it's very hard to come from that far distance unless you're bending space, and the energy it takes to do that.
Well, and again, I don't know whether this is a serious. Now, people are going to say, "What about God? What about if you believe in a superior creator?" I don't really have a problem with saying that. Well, who's to say that he's got a whole bunch of stuff going on somewhere? I mean, that doesn't make us any less important as his creations. Does it or does it?
We'll have to ask him.
I don't know.
Well, Pete, you've said it before where you think, and it makes sense, that somewhere this is happening at the same time with...
We just can't see it because it's swarming in a different zone or something. Is that kind of what you were thinking, Jeff, or not? That's a little bit different.
That's close.
Yeah. Anyway, it's the only mystery that we'll never solve until it's too late to come back and say, "Oh, I got it now."
Or until we die, and then you figure.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But then you'll know. But then if you know, he can't come back and tell you. Hey, Flounder, what? Hey, Pete, you were right.
I think I was talking to a few of those about a month ago.
I'll bet you were.
It took a lot of drugs to see them. But
there you go. It's 3:31 already. Holy cow. Let It Rip Friday. Anything goes. And you're on 106.3, so God bless America. And the Bananarama boys are here from Savannah Rana Banana thing. Yeah, look out.
The Morning Extra, Neil Boortz, and The Kimmer Show are all online for you anytime at thepodcastpark.com. Plus all of Extra's exclusive podcasts like Ben Burnett, Janelle King, and so much more. All at thepodcastpark.com. Presented by Associated Credit Union.
It's everyone's favorite time of the year, May in the A. Get ready as the Cubs, Red Sox, and Nationals all come to Truist Park. The month features 5 amazing giveaways, including the Hawaiian shirt, straw cowboy hat presented by Visit Sarasota, and more. And don't miss some great deals like $15 tickets, $3 Miller High Lifes, $2 ice cream sandwiches, and deals at the Clubhouse store during select games. Visit Braves.com/May in the A to find the details. Atlanta Braves Baseball. We are Braves country.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's for Howard Brothers and Exmark. Warm temps are here, and that means go time for homeowners and pros alike. This mowing season, stay ahead of the lawn work with an Exmark mower on your side. Exmark mowers are built for comfort, speed, and performance, so you can depend on them this season and the next. Find your Exmark mower at Howard Brothers. They're the place to go for top service and trusted brands for your outside projects. Howard Brothers, serving you since 1955.
Jaron Solomon here, and if you want to absolutely win Mother's Day, listen up. Now through May 10th, when you make a purchase at Solomon Brothers Jewelers, you can receive a free Big Green Egg grill with qualifying purchase. And this year, for all of you out there who have taken us up on this offer before, you also have the option of a brand new Traeger. You give mom something timeless, and you get the grill everybody wants. Visit Solomon Brothers Jewelers or book your appointment at solomonbrothers.com.
Great, another auto repair. You took it to the dealer and now you're starting to panic. They say it's going to cost thousands and take weeks to complete. So don't fall for the tricks. Take it to Vicks. From simple oil changes and tires to transmission replacements and collision repair, you can count on Vicks Auto Care for honest, affordable service. Vicks Auto Care on Roswell Street in Marietta. Visit them today at VicksAutoCare.com. That's VIKS Autocare.com.
Here today with Evan Ward of Atlas Retirement. And Evan, I recently read an article that said 65% of those surveyed, they're more worried about running out of money in retirement than they are of death itself. So let's talk about some of the ways you can help our listeners replace that paycheck they've relied on for all these years in their working lives.
Well, it makes sense that they'd be scared of that, because what do you do if you run out of money in retirement? You're going to go back to work? Who's hiring folks that are retired and physically and mentally you're going to be able to do that. And isn't the whole point of having a financial advisor so that you never have to worry about that again? So one of the ways that we do that is we build a fully comprehensive income plan so that we know there's money coming in every month that'll cover your bills, give you the quality of life that you're looking for, no matter what the market's doing, no matter how long you live. In some cases, regardless of what happens to you health-wise. So we can put plans in place to eliminate or at least mitigate all of those kind of risks every single person deals with in retirement.
I know a lot of our parents relied on pensions, but let's be honest, Evan, the pension is becoming a thing of the past. But there are ways for folks to create their own personal pensions, aren't there?
Yeah, so I'm a big proponent of do-it-yourself pension. But when we do the pension ourselves, the one negative with a pension is all the value in the pension goes away once you turn on the actual income. With the plans that we build, with the do-it-yourself pensions, you maintain that asset, or more specifically, your surviving spouse, your kids. And so you live forever. You get a ton of paychecks, and whatever's left over goes to the wife and kids, surviving spouse, beneficiaries, whoever that might be.
Call Atlas Retirement for a complimentary review of your savings and investments today. Call 678-736-7799. Again, that's 678-736-7799. Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor.
Stovall & Company is a locally owned and operated family business that has been around for 75 years, offering quality wholesale landscape supplies to North Georgia. We just opened our 11th location in Canton, Georgia at 9500 Union Hill. Stovall provides contractors with personalized expert service, from special requests to direct job site delivery for hassle-free jobs and quality relationships at competitive prices. From plants to irrigation to hardscapes, Stovall truly has it all. Check us out at StovallInc.com.
The biggest candidates in Georgia are live on Extra 106.3 FM.
The man running for governor in the state of Georgia by the name of Rick Jackson.
Well, I think there are people, a lot of people are tired of not only career politicians, but politicians that make a point but don't make a difference, or people that just, tell you what you want to hear, and they absolutely don't ever deliver.
Candidates. The road to victory includes a stop at Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station, Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra app.
Tommy Lee and Pamela became very popular with the release of some certain video and photograph material, but they lost their court fight. In 1996, an L.A. judge said no, ruled against Tommy Lee and Pamela Anderson, his wife at the time, in their bid to keep the Penthouse magazine from publishing photographs from an X-rated home movie that was stolen from their house. And I think we all probably remember the photographs showing the show-off Tommy Lee just trying to flag down a boat in the ocean or something. I don't know what the hell was going on with that, but trying to run the mast up the old... Anyway, and the judge ruled, no, you can't block him from... Which I find amazing. How could a judge rule that some skin magazine could publish pictures that someone stole from your phone or your video, home video he took? Well, you were taking home video, but again, I find it amazing. And whatever. Let's see. Kim repeat Flounder and Jeff's here on the board, and everybody's happy. It's Beautiful Letter Up Friday, and our birthday list includes, let's see here, David Attenborough. David Attenborough, the British naturalist, is 100 years old today. He's the guy responsible. I'd love to listen to him and watch him on TV. He's responsible for all those amazing nature documentaries on the Discovery Channel, like Planet Earth, Life, Frozen Planet. We're talking about David Attenborough, 100. His brother was Richard Attenborough, the old guy from the original Jurassic Park, the scientist guy who did the animal thing, the dinosaur thing. David Attenborough, 100 years old today. So good for him. Everything all right over there, sir? Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. And let's see. I'll do a little history thing here because this is an important weekend. On this day in 1914, Congress establishes Mother's Day as the second Sunday in May. The first National Mother's Day to be celebrated the following Sunday. President Woodrow Wilson issued a proclamation, and I didn't know this at the beginning of Mother's Day. Woodrow Wilson, the president, issued a proclamation declaring this first National Mother's Day in 1914 as a day to show the flag in honor of those mothers whose sons had died in war. Again, this was World War I territory, 1914, first Mother's Day. 404-741-1230, 741-1230. I just watched a little video of the funeral for the police officer in Chicago. Are you familiar with this story? This freaking figure's talking about illegal immigrants and stuff and scumbags and stuff like this. A scumbag, a career criminal, 7 or 8 convicted felonies. He's wanted for 2 different things, and a judge let him out. A judge let him out in Chicago. A judge let him out on the street, and then he got caught doing something bad. He got arrested, and he said, "Oh, I swallowed something. I'm gonna need a hospital. So the police, being nice gentlemen, took the guy to the hospital. Whereupon he stole somebody's gun and shot 2 officers, killed one of them. So the funeral for the dead police officer is today, in light of this guy they finally caught him. This guy who had been released by a judge because of Illinois' a so-called Save or Safe program, where it's cashless bail. And this guy had been convicted many times of felonies. He was wanted for 2 other charges, and the judge let him out. And that's how he got caught, and then shot the 2 cops and killed 1 police officer. So J.B. Fatsker, the governor, the big fat load governor, is actually saying, our Save Act really wasn't the reason. It was that judge. Yeah, that's it. It was the judge who did it. Yeah, it was the judge's fault, not me, because of the politicians and the freak stinking sanctuary state of Illinois. And the sanctuary city of Chicago, which, by the way, does not have 1 single Republican representative. Chicago City Council's all Democrats. I mean, we all, it's, please. Anyway, freaking horrible. Okay, 341. Kipper, Pete, Flounder, and Jeff, 404-741-1230. Jeff, we're going to play cut 5, then 3, and maybe 2 here. And we got a whole bunch of good stuff here to do. In fact, this is pretty funny. Oh, the latest now. Have you seen the video in the Gulf of Hormuz where we blew up a couple of tankers, stopped them, blew up their mechanical doing because they were trying to travel through the state, and also 3 American warships were fired upon by Iran. It says here, guided missile destroyer targeted by Iran faced nonstop incoming fire, and they got blown up. They got all the missiles and drones and small boats got all blown up. But so that was going on. And then we had to shoot up a couple of tankers trying to go through the Gulf of Hormuz. And by the way, Marco Rubio got asked about this. Marco Rubio, Secretary of State, is still over at the Vatican telling the Pope to mind his own stinking business. Well, I'm not sure. He probably didn't put it that way. But Marco Rubio's been meeting with Pope-like people over there. And some idiot reporter asked our Secretary of State, cut number 5 here, Jeff, asked our Secretary of State to explain how come there's still action going on over there.
If you fire at a U.S. Navy ship, what are we supposed to do? Say, there's a ceasefire. We're not going to shoot down your drone. That's a stupid question. Of course we fired back at them. They were shooting at us. That's what I would expect to do. Only stupid countries don't shoot back when you're shot at. And we're not a stupid country.
I mean, you got to love this guy. In fact, all of a sudden, popping up on news sources are commentaries and opinion pieces about how Marco Rubio is already paving the way to be the next president. I mean, they've already kind of picked him as the guy.
He's a minority.
In fact, so am I. I'm picking him as the guy. I don't think it's going to be J.D. Vance. I think Marco Rubio is going to be the next president. Anyway,
and you'll have a fight. You'll have a fight between the Republicans.
Well, you got to hope that they have this figured out to where they all agree on one.
Honestly, I don't. Well, let me say that. Well, let's figure this out. I will. My maybe it's just a hope. My guess is right now, because of the nature of these 2 guys. And remember when Trump went after all of them, little Marco, and he made fun of everybody, and that's how he won. But this is a different time. I will bet you, after the upheaval of Donald Trump's presidency, I will bet you that they could make the case that both of those guys, among others, will run for president, and I think that they will make it very clear that they just want the American people to see, what does J.D. Vance offer for you? What does Marco Rubio offer for you? They won't. I guarantee they'll take the Reagan advice. They're not going to turn on each other. I don't think there's any way that they would get into a spat I think they would be allowed to maybe disagree on a policy thing or something, but I think it'd be fine. I really don't. I think they would love the opportunity to make sure that one of those guys is going to be the next president. Pete Davis said, please, I'm full of prunes.
Yeah, J.D. Vance is going to sit around for 4 years, waiting patiently, doing what he's supposed to do, and then say, okay, Marco, you take it.
Well, no, I don't think he's saying that. I think he's saying, I want to be your president. Marco's saying, I want to be your president. Here's why I shouldn't. And J.D. says, here's why I should. But I don't think they're going to attack each other. I'm just saying I think they're both going to run, and I think they can do it by saying, I think I'm better for this, and I love Marco, and if you elect him, I'll support him, and if you elect me, he'll support me.
Point out any time in our lifetime that something like that has happened.
Well, I think this is all different. I think everything's changed. I think Donald Trump has blown up everything. And I think the Republican Party, frankly, is so ready to be united and to say, let's all do this all in one thing and pick one candidate, and then once they decide which one we want, we go with them. I don't know. Maybe I'm being silly, hopeful, and immature and ignorant.
Naive.
It's naive. That's probably a good word. Okay, you could very well be right. Anyway, and by the way, the freaking Pope, for the record. Okay, Pope, do your thing, Pope. Call for prayers and everything else. And I don't mean to be demeaning in any way here, but the fact of the matter is, stay out of politics. You can't. As a Pope, hundreds and hundreds of years ago, they used to have whorehouses. They had wives. They had concubines. Okay, we're talking about modern day popes and regular modern day stuff. Has any pope's words since World War I or since Korea or whatever? Has any pope's words stopped fighting? Has any pope been saying, I now ask you to put down your arms and love and and they stop fighting? No, they do. It's never, ever, ever going to happen. So do your thing, be your pope thing and stuff like that. But the Catholic Church is not ever going to have somebody who was ordained as the leader to say, doing some words. In fact, and I'm a little biased because I remember I had to lie to a Catholic priest and sign a document knowing I was lying about agreeing to raise my children Catholic. Because I was going to Vietnam, and I asked my girlfriend to marry me, and she said yes, and we went to a Catholic church to get married, and they said, okay, sign this document. I said, what do you mean? So, well, if you're marrying a Catholic, you have to swear that you'll raise your children Catholic. And I said, okay, fine, and I signed it. Which is a lie, which I was never had any intention to do that. And I made the commitment verbally to him and signed the paper. And we talked about it. And my wife, as it turned out, felt the same way. She did not want to be coerced into having her children raised Catholic because we had some serious issues at that time. And also, I didn't like being forced. I'm going to Vietnam. And this guy said, okay, well, if you want to get married, you got to sign this paper. So what am I supposed to do? I mean, I bull crap. So I said, yeah, I'll sign it, fine. Anyway, we got married in 6 days' notice. 6 days' notice. We're 200 people at a sit-down wedding.
No pressure.
Maybe I should have not signed the document. I'd be a free man. Anyway, no, I wouldn't have my kids if I hadn't done that. I love that girl. Anyway, all right, 347. Kipper, Pete, Flounder, Jeff's on the board. All right, so everything's good. So I lied. I cheated. I said, oh, God. I'm so sorry. Our Father who art.
Support the advertisers and partners that share your values. Give our extra advertisers the first shot to earn your business. They will deliver for you every time and support the extra community like no one else. Connect with all of our partners online at extra1063.com.
I know there are plenty of HVAC companies out there, but here's why Central Heating and Air Conditioning stands out. These days, it's hard to tell who's on first. Companies are changing hands, showing up with new names. You may not even realize it's not the same team anymore. But Central, they've never left the field. They've been your hometown team since 1947, and that kind of consistency matters, especially when you're trusting someone with your home. Central's team knows HVAC inside and out, delivering dependable service, personalized solutions, and showing up when it counts. No surprises, no switching jerseys, just the same trusted team Atlanta has relied on for generations. When it comes to HVAC, that's a grand slam. Carrier products, carrier warranty, and carrier peace of mind. Call 770-GET-HEAT or visit centralheat.com. That's 770-GET-HEAT or go to centralheat.com. Central Heating and Air Conditioning, delivering carrier comfort for the world we share.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
Hey,
Atlanta. The Summer Starts Here sales event is now going on through June 1st, Marietta Toyota. If you want a smart new Toyota with a payment that makes sense, start with the 2026 Toyota Corolla. And a vehicle that people choose for reliability, efficiency, and long-term value. Perfect for daily driving and commuting. At Marietta Toyota, every new Toyota includes our nationwide lifetime powertrain warranty, unlimited time, and unlimited mileage for as long as you own it. And we're voted Best of Cobb for 2026, Best New Car Dealership, and Best Service Center. Well-qualified buyers, 4.99% APR for 72 months is available on the new 2026 Corolla. Visit us on Cobb Parkway South, just north of Truist Stadium. Marietta Toyota, since 1975. We've been here and will be here for you.
4.99% APR for 72 months with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. Not all buyers will qualify. Offer ends 6/1/26. See dealer for details. All purchases exclude tax, tag, title, and include dealer fee of $699.
Join Daniel Madelon, CEO of A Second Chance Bail Bonds, and co-host Tug Cowart as they bring together law enforcement, justice insiders, and voices from every part of the justice system, victims, advocates, and people who've turned their lives around. It's not PR, it's not fluff. It's an honest talk about what's working, what's broken, and how to build a better path forward, one second chance at a time. Tune in Saturdays at 10 a.m. or listen to the podcast anywhere. Justice Unfiltered. Unfiltered, informed, and unbiased.
So you got into an argument. Things got heated. Then a fight broke out, and it landed you in jail. Now what? You need A Second Chance Bail Bonds. They can get you or your loved one out of jail quickly, in most cases, in a few hours. So make the right call. A Second Chance Bail Bonds. It's better to know us and not need us than need us and not know us. Call 404-BAIL-OUT. That's 404-BAIL-OUT or online at atlbail.com.
When I first started using a CPAP, getting supplies and equipment was a horrible hassle. It pretty much stayed that way until I discovered CPAPs, etc.com. Same-day shipping on anything you might need, including travel CPAPs, hoses, masks, you name it. Same-day shipping. CPAPsETC.com or visit their store in Alpharetta. So easy, and you could be preserving your health and saving your life.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-869-2045 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-869-2045. That's 800-869-2045. What do you have to lose? Call 800-869-2045. Again, 800-869-2045.
Summer vacations are coming, and you need the peace of mind that comes from knowing that someone has an eye on your home other than potential criminals. This is Matt Harvey with Alert 360 Security, and we offer the latest in security and video surveillance technology to keep your home and valuables safe and secure while you're enjoying your time away. Starting service with Alert 360 is easy. Visit us at alert360atlanta.com, establish service in May, and get a free video camera. Protect what matters most. Alert360atlanta.com. That's alert360atlanta.com.
Yeah. There we go. A little Lady's Choice by Aerosmith here or something, I guess. 1993, Aerosmith entered the American album chart at number 1 with Get a Grip. Number 2 in Britain. The album went on to sell more than 20 million copies around the world and won 2 Grammys for Aerosmith, starting in 1993. See, honestly, I don't know how music changed from the Beatles and Rolling Stones and the Dave Clark Five and the Beach Boys and Martha and the Vandellas and Motown in the 60s into the late 60s, early 70s into this. I mean, it's, this whole style of music, the whole thing was, and leading into grunge. I mean, it's not music you could dance to. You can't, sit down with your girlfriend and have it while you're talking. I mean, it's really just a whole different thing. And I just wondered, just shocking change in the different kind of music that started. I guess like going from big band to rock and roll, but still, it just seems I've always kind of remarked about it.
But generations always rebel about what against what came before it.
Yeah.
And it seems to get harsher and meaner. And
well, that's the other thing. It's definitely way different. I mean, big band is not, wasn't like hate-filled music, and then rock and roll wasn't hate-filled music. But this stuff is like tear down the establishment, and just really mean and mean-spirited stuff. A lot of it music. Anyway, on the other hand, when things change, and I remember the first time I saw my parents doing the twist. I was going to throw up. You don't want to see your parents doing modern dances. My God, man. Anyway, let's see. Silent Jeff's on the board. Kemmer Pete Flounder in the house. Pete's in the mountains of Macon Recovery Center, of course. And let's see. Birthday. Candace Bergen will be 80 years old tomorrow. I sneaked one in there for Saturday. Candace Bergen, 80 years old tomorrow. Billy Joel will be 77 tomorrow, just for the record. And on this day in history, he called it esteemed brain tonic and intellectual beverage. The man who said that was John S. Pemberton. He invented Coca-Cola. Previously created an opium-free pain relief medicine to alleviate his addiction to morphine. The reason John Pemberton was addicted to morphine was because he was wounded in 1865 fighting in the Civil War. So Pemberton needed something to help him with his addiction to morphine, so the result was what he called French wine cola. It was made from Peruvian cola, wine, and cola nut. That was in the 1860s, and then in 1886, Atlanta and Fulton County passed prohibition legislation forcing him to make a non-alcoholic version in which he substituted the wine with syrup and called it Coca-Cola. While experimenting with the formula, he accidentally mixed the base with carbonated water. And John Pemberton said, gee, I like this a lot, so I think I'll make this a fountain drink instead of a medicine. I mean, that's apparently how he made the decision. As making a medicine, whatever. Anyway, he said he was nearly bankrupt and he had terrible health issues. So Pemberton sold the rights to his business partners right before he died. He wanted to keep a share of the ownership to give to his son. His son said, nah, I'd rather have some money.
Oh, boy.
So the son gave up ownership of Coca-Cola.
Always take the points.
Take the points. The original formula, which was created as an alternative to morphine, contained about 9 milligrams of cocaine per glass.
No, nothing. Mere pittance.
Well, now it says here, and again, I didn't have anybody to ask, a typical line of cocaine is 50 to 75 milligrams. If you do, now a line of cocaine is what they mean when you're snorting it with one of those straw things, right? That's a line of cocaine?
I wouldn't know.
Well, I was going to ask somebody. A line of cocaine is up to 75 milligrams. They were putting 9 milligrams in every single glass of Coca-Cola. It was reduced to trace amounts by the early 1900s, but it wasn't until 1929 that they got rid of the cocaine in Coca-Cola.
Damn it. Wouldn't you like to go back in time and try a real one and see what it would be?
Hold on. We'll come up first. Flounders Funny right here.
We've been fighting because she learned the word gaslighting recently. That's been a real thorn in my side. Gaslighting is when I say something she disagrees with, apparently. No. Gaslighting is when she's losing an argument. No. Gaslighting, no, it's a real thing. It's a serious thing. Gaslighting is a form of emotional manipulation where you repeatedly lie to someone to sow self-doubt. And I don't do that. I've never done that. But she accuses me of gaslighting so much, I'm starting to believe her. Maybe I am gaslighting. Perhaps I am the gaslighter. Here's a fun game. Next time your partner accuses you of gaslighting, say, it's actually gas lamping, and then hide their phone, cut off the router. Give them no factual basis for dispute, right? It's going to get heated, but stick with it, and she'll find you the next day. And she's like, see, I looked online, it's gaslighting. Be like, yeah, I said gaslighting, you said gas lamping, and really commit until she cracks. It's a great way to gain the upper hand psychologically. I saw the most recent Batman movie. The Riddler is my favorite villain, but I was disappointed in the casting. I don't think the Riddler should be a man. The Riddler is a villain who tortures his victims by making them solve puzzles he already knows the answer to. I think a woman is more qualified for that role. I think Lady Riddler would crush that. Just, if you want to save Gotham, you have 3 hours to figure out why I'm mad at you for the whole movie. He's like, can you just tell me? She's like, no, but I'll give you a hint. It's not the reason I said. It's something vaguely related to that. The bat signal is just a dim lamp that says, it's fine. Says it's fine. I don't think a man could be the Riddler. When has a man learned he knows something you don't and not explained it immediately? If the Riddler was a man, he wouldn't give you time to answer. Like, do you know how the blockchain works? I'll tell you how the blockchain works.
Who's this guy? Do we know who this is?
That is Mr. Matthew Bassard.
I love it. All right, boys, coming up, you're going to hear Donald Trump taking on the media once again, and I love it. Coming up on Let It Rip Friday, Anything Goes 106.3. Here we go.
WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey broadcasting station. This hour is presented by Atlanta Safe House.
But will it last? I'm Carmen Roberts, Fox News. President Trump announced a short time ago that Russia and Ukraine have agreed to his request for a 3-day ceasefire. But nearly every temporary truce between the two warring nations has quickly collapsed. Fox's Aisha Hasni says the president posted online the truce will start tomorrow.
May 9th, May 10th, and May 11th. And that's interesting because that is around Victory Day for Russia. Of course, Vladimir Putin is going to want to have a big military parade. So it sounds like that's something that he was very interested in securing a ceasefire during that time.
President Trump says the 3 days will allow for the transfer of 2,000 Russian and Ukrainian prisoners of war. In the Middle East, the U.S. strikes at 4 tankers trying to break the blockade, even as the White House awaits Iran's response to a peace proposal.
We're expecting a response from them. We'll see what the response entails.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio telling reporters in Rome.
The hope is it's something that it can put us into a serious process of negotiation. Obviously, we've seen the reporting overnight that Iran has established or trying to establish some agency that's going to control traffic in the Straits. That would be very problematic. That would actually be unacceptable.
And the U.S. State Department says it is arranging for a repatriation flight for the safe return of American passengers aboard the Dutch cruise ship impacted by a hantavirus outbreak.
The MV Hondius, the site of a deadly hantavirus outbreak with more than 140 passengers and crew on board, is expected to reach a Spanish island off the coast of West Africa this weekend. 17 of those on board are Americans. At least 3 passengers have died and several others are sick.
Fox's Tanya J. Powers and the Virginia Supreme Court erases a voter-approved Democratic redistricting plan, saying lawmakers violated procedure when placing the amendment on the ballot. America's listening to Fox News.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-884-1012 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-884-1012. That's 800-884-1012. What do you have to lose? Call 800-884-1012. Again, 800-884-1012.
No, I'm afraid that is not the new theme for Neil Boortz. Neil couldn't join us today. He's in traffic. I think we all know what that means. There were people around. He would have, had to be talking with people looking in his window from the lane next door. And I think, we had a meeting and said, we don't want to put him through that. It just wouldn't be fair. Anyway. Neil can't join us today because he's driving around and can't make it. You rat. Come on. What's the matter with you? Pull over. Oh, sorry. I tease, I joke. All right, Kimmer, Pete's up in the mountains of Macon in the rehab center. Flounders here and Silent Chef's on the board. And this is Vangelis. I love this tune. I think it's a beautiful song. Da-da-da-da-doom. And it kind of wobbles off and follows itself. Just beautiful music. It's just beautiful music. I love this music. And again, I think of the Chariots of Fire, and I think of the movie. And if you
Vacation, when Chevy Chase and his son are running towards the amusement
they're running
park.
in the ocean. Or even better, when well, crap, I hate this.
Use your words.
Say it.
Use your words.
Say it. Not Peter Graves, but the other one, who did,
Leslie Nielsen.
Leslie Nielsen, when he's running in the beach with the Elvis's wife in the movie.
The Naked Gun. The Naked Gun.
Naked Gun, yeah.
Had to go around 285 to get there, huh?
It takes me a while, mister. You wait till you get here. Yeah, you wait till you get here. See if you're doing what I'm doing at my age. See how you're going to pull it off. Anyway, Vangelis, I'm easily confused. It was on this day, went to number one and the singles chart in America, 1982. Number one, Chariots of Fire, his only number one. Vangelis was accused of plagiarizing Chariots of Fire from a song by another Greek composer named Stavrofilos Papadopoulos. I might have added a couple called City of Violets. Vangelis won by going into court and convincing the judge to let him bring in his keyboard setup to demonstrate for the court his method of composing by improvising new music. And he convinced the judge, and ball game. Let's see, our birthday list. How about that naughty little Melissa Gilbert? She's kind of a cutie. Remember her, 62 years old today. Laura Ingalls Wilder on Little House on the Prairie. Melissa Gilbert, 62, grew up and married Timothy Busfield Poindexter from Revenge of the Nerds, but you may know him as Elliot Weston on 30-something, and a bunch of other things, too. Melissa Gilbert, 62 years old today. And on this day in history, the Doomsday Man survived. 1902. A volcano outside the city of Saint-Pierre, Martinique, on the island. A volcano erupts, killing almost every single one of the 30,000 inhabitants in about 3 or 4 minutes. 30,000 died in a couple of minutes, 1902, Saint-Pierre, Martinique Island. Ludger Silberus lived because he was locked in a prison solitary confinement cell. The night before the volcanic eruption, Silberus got into a fight, was thrown into jail overnight for assault. The single-person cell was a bomb-proof magazine with stone walls, like an ammunition magazine storage area. Stone walls, partially underground, and no windows. The only opening was a small slit in a door facing away from the volcano. Early in the morning of May 8th, 1902, the Mount Pelée volcano on Martinique Island erupted. It sent a cloud of ash and rock at speeds of more than 100 miles an hour into the city of Saint-Pierre. It reached temperatures of something like 1,000 degrees centigrade, almost 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit. That's how hot it got, almost 2,000 degrees. Flattened the city, burned or suffocated pretty much everything that was breathing in the entire population of 30,000 people, dead, suffocated, burning in less than a minute. This guy Silberus urinated on his clothing and used it to block the vent in his door. He managed to avoid breathing the deadly, searing hot fumes, but he still received deep burns on his hands, arms, legs, and back. And he wasn't even found for 4 days when rescue teams heard him screaming.
Cooked him like a brick pizza oven.
The only other survivor of the 30,000 people in the direct path of the lava flow was a girl who, when the volcano began to erupt, jumped in a boat and rode to a cave where she and her friends used to play pirates. The young girl was also badly burned. She was found unconscious after having washed out to sea in the boat. This guy, Silverus, later joined Barnum and Bailey's circus, billed as the man who lived through Doomsday. And he was the first black guy ever to star in Barnum and Bailey's Greatest Show on Earth. What a story!
Oh, there's a great book about that. You know how they knew something was going to happen?
I don't. Animals, probably.
Well, first the rats, and then the snakes kept running into the city.
Yeah. Oh, running into the city. Yeah, sure.
To get to the ocean.
Yeah. Wow. And, you know, trust the animals. Tsunamis, you know, the animals go first. Anyway, what a freaking story. 1902, St. Martinique. Ay. All right, 409. Sorry, we don't have Neil Boortz. God bless him. I mean, the lovely missus are driving around, and there's something going on, so he can't join us. And that's a shame, but he'll be back in, whenever he feels. No, next week, I'm sure it'll be a fine thing. Maybe we'll get double whammy next week or something. Because I'd love to hear him talk about all the legal stuff going on. Donald Trump won a case or two, and anything. There's a lot of stuff going on. Okay, speaking of Donald Trump, the latest on military action, we've been firing at boats that fired at us in the Straits of Hormuz, and there's a peace plan in the works for Russia and Ukraine, so things are happening. And President Trump today at the White House, once again, he went live. He just Donald Trump opens up his government every day and went live. We're going to cut number 3 here coming up, Jeff. Donald Trump met with Golden Star moms and Angel moms. These are women who lost children either to the illegal Biden sneak-in killers or who were casualties of military action. And he met with these mothers today, and he was taking questions from the reporters, as he always does. And then this girl from ABC asked him about some of the Reconstruction stuff going on, and Donald Trump responded this way.
Mr. President, you are here against the backdrop of the war in Iran. Why focus on all these projects right now?
You know why? Because I want to keep our country beautiful and safe. Yeah, beautiful also.
I haven't changed anything.
We're fixing up the reflecting pond to the Lincoln Memorial, the Washington Monument, and you say, why are you fixing it up? Because you can understand dirt maybe better than I can, but I don't allow it.
Dirt.
This is one of the worst reporters. She's with ABC Fake News, and she's a horror show. She's saying, why would you bother fixing this up? Why would I bother taking 11 or 12 truckloads of filth out of the water in front of the Lincoln Monument? That's what made our country great. Beauty made our country, people made our country great. A question like that is a disgrace to our country.
I mean, I just love this. And he goes right to their face. I mean, there's no, there's no backstab stuff or anything. He's just, you're the weird disgrace. You're the worst.
Why wouldn't he clean that up? That's his job to clean something, to have that cleaned. Yeah. And that was a stupid question. Yeah. Why would you go to the trouble of cleaning this up? Why not let everything just fall apart then, according to the media?
Yeah. Well, not only that, but, see what the media did is her question deliberately got Donald Trump to have to do something that wasn't really part of what was going on, just to try to make him look bad. Her question was to try to say, with all this war going on, what are you doing this for? The American people don't care. But, it's one of those things to try to make him explain himself as though he did something wrong. This is the way the media thinks. Instead of saying, just saying, why are you doing it? Or, what are you up here? What's going on? Just ask him, why is he doing it? They had to try to make a political thing out of it. As though he's ignoring something so he can move. It's just, he's freaking people. I mean, it's the media. There's just not. It's not what it used to be. And he called him out. Thank goodness. And by the way, social media is erupting like crazy after the Democrats. The latest story is about the Virginia Supreme Court ruling that gerrymandered help the black people get elected business in Virginia is a complete crock. And they can't do it. It's illegal, unconstitutional. So it's off the drawing board. And they got to go back to the old one. And they spent something like $64 million of the Democrat Party going through this fight. Gone, lost for nothing. Nearly $70 billion unconstitutional gerrymandering gerrymandering scheme in Virginia. Major setback for the Democrats. Other maps in Texas, North Carolina, Missouri, Florida, Tennessee, carving out more seats for the GOP. Looking at maps in Louisiana and South Carolina as well, including Georgia for that matter later. Joaquim the Scream Jeffrey said it's an undemocratic action. No, you did the undemocratic action by trying to fix an election for people based on the color of their skin, you slime bag. Oh my God! Anyway, and by the way, in fact, let's do. Well, we'll come back and do it. Some more reaction. In fact, one of those states that's changed now was Tennessee, and you'll have some ironic reaction to what's happening in Tennessee. Also, Ocasio Bang Bangio Stupidio mocked for saying, "Well, nobody can earn $1 billion." Oh yeah, well, it's coming up. 14 minutes after 4. Let it rip Friday. How you doing? We got Pete's tweets coming up. We got a game. In fact, let's do. You want to do a game? Let's do a game. We'll do a game coming up here. Next few minutes. I'll open it. All right, look out. Here we go. Stand by.
It's time for the Boortz Report, exclusively on Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station, Extra 106.3.
Well, my friends, let's see what I can come up with to reinforce in your mind how bad Democrats really are. You do know what an ICE detainer is. Immigration and Customs Enforcement learns that an illegal alien is being held for a local infraction in some city. ICE says, we'd like to have him after you're finished with him. The city says, no, we're a sanctuary city. No deal. We're not turning him over to you. So how has that worked out for New York? Since New York became a sanctuary state, they have released 6,947 criminal illegal aliens. Since January of this year, the crimes committed by these illegal aliens include 29 murders, 2,509 assaults, 199 burglaries, 392 dangerous drug offenses, 300 weapons offenses, 207 sexual predatory offenses. You want an example? Well, on April the 9th, a New York City, Queens District Attorney Melinda Katz announced Roman Amatatila is being charged with arson and 8 counts of second-degree murder for setting a fire that killed 4 people in an apartment building, including a 3-year-old girl. And yes, Roman is an illegal alien. So this accused mass murderer is being held in New York by the Department of Corrections, and they refuse to give ICE any information about this prisoner. And they're flatly stating if Roman is ever released, the New York Department of Corrections will not notify the Department of Homeland Security so this man can be deported. Please note that all sanctuary jurisdictions in this country are controlled by Democrats. They just don't want Joe Biden's good work undone. Neil Boortz, Extra 106.3.
Well, you got to love this weather. And you growers, you know, you contractor stuff, you're putting in stuff for outdoor, concrete thing for a kitchen or a fireplace by the pool, Stovall and Company. Yeah, Paul and the boys, Trip and Devin, they're wholesale landscapers, and they include stuff like that, as well as seeds and sods and flowers and plants and trees and shrubs and bushes. I mean, it's unbelievable. And again, I love to tell the story. It's a true story. If you're looking for something specifically special that they don't have, they'll tell you where else you can find it. You got to love these people. You need it right away. It's probably already in your driveway. You'll love them. StovallInc.com.
One of the hardest things to do is to walk away from a paycheck. As retirement planners, Masterplan knows how hard it can be to pull the trigger on your own retirement. Don't go it alone. Masterplan is a holistic retirement planning firm that works with you to create a retirement plan to help maximize your golden years. Through income planning and money management, legacy planning, and tax planning, we create a plan specifically designed for your life. Enter retirement with confidence. Contact Masterplan to analyze your retirement outlook and create a plan that's right for you. All initial consultations are complimentary, so contact us today and begin your pursuit towards peace of mind. Visit masterplanretire.com. Masterplan Retirement Consultants. Plan well and prosper.
Advisory services offered through Master Plan Retirement Consultants, Inc., a registered investment advisory in the state of Georgia. Insurance, tax, and commodity services offered through Fricks & Associates, Inc., DBA Master Plan Retirement Consultants. The aforementioned are affiliated companies.
You know what you get back when you call the Trusted Toolbox? You get your time back, you get your family back, and you get your house back. No more spending weekends fixing loose doors, drywall cracks, or that list that never ends. With our handyman for a day, one skilled professional shows up, knocks out multiple repairs in one visit. Everything from drywall to ceiling fans changed out, painting, trim work, and so much more. Stop working on your house every weekend. Call the Trusted Toolbox, get your time back, and get it done right the first time. Book your appointment today at thetrustedtoolbox.com.
Hey, it's Front Office Los with Tom, the honest car guy. Let's talk about the new way to buy a car in 2026. Tell me how you can save clients thousands of dollars in this process.
I got a customer here, Jeff Everhart. I met him today first time because I delivered his 25 model Honda Pilot, fully loaded with only 16,000 miles on it. Jeff, answer Los's question about that one.
It was actually shocking. I mean, you hear the advertisements, you want to believe it, and then when you go through with the sale, and there's no extras, there's no dock fees, there's no storage fees, no transportation fees. The price I was given was the price that I paid plus their honest fee. I did save thousands of dollars, and it was a very quick sale.
Well, we appreciate that.
And did it from my living room.
Did it from your living room.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
Right. Fernando, I have this on my magic music stick. I love ABBA. Fernando, and the sounds of the gunfire and the cannons. ABBA 1976, their third number one, Fernando. Fernando. ABBA's biggest selling single. I'm surprised at that. I love it, but I'm surprised. Their third number one in Britain went on to become ABBA's biggest selling single, Fernando, with sales over 10 million. Benny Andersson and Bjorn Ulvanen. The song carried the working title of Tango. Fernando was not originally released as an ABBA song, but as a solo single by band member Annie Friedfried Lingenstuten-Fürsten. I might have added a couple. Featured on her 1975 solo album, Frieda Ensam, or whatever. But Fernando's her biggest selling, 10 million. How about Take a Chance? And those other ones, I'm kind of really surprised. I love the song, though. I love the haunting. I love the harmony, and I love the haunting nature of it. In the air that night, the stars. ABBA. Here we go. Kimmer, Pete, Flounder, and Silent Jeff on the board. To the phone calls, taking priority. Wild Bill, hey, you're on the radio, man. Happy Friday. What's going on?
Happy Friday to you. Hey, 2 years ago, I went to the ABBA Museum in Stockholm, Sweden.
Oh, no kidding. And what was that like?
Oh, yeah. It's a great experience. And you sit down, they have shows, they have recordings, they have all the memorabilia. It's several stories.
I'll be darned. Cool.
Yeah. But what I was calling about is I have a business plan. I'm going to start an online pool. And you send me $5, $4 goes in the pool. I'll keep $1. And what the pool is whoever guesses the closest number to how many tens of millions the billionaires are going to send to AOC's opponent when her next election comes up.
In fact, by the way, hold on. In fact, let me get that story because this is freaking hysterical. No, hold on. I got it. Crap. Now I can't find it. Hold on. Don't not leave me. I swear to God. Here it is. Ocasio Bagbanio Stupidio being roundly criticized and scorned after she said, "You can't earn $1 billion. You can't earn that. You get maybe market power. You got to break rules. You got to do all sorts of abusing labor laws. You pay people less than they're worth. You're cheating your employees. Nobody can earn $1 billion." And some of the reaction includes the guy who says, "No, you misunderstand. You can't earn $1 billion."
Yeah, but just think think about that. The billionaire, politics is all about money. One with the most money usually wins.
Yeah.
And the billionaires need to take some action on this. If each one of them gave $20 million or $100 million to her opponent, she's toast.
And by the way, it's really unbelievable because the billionaires are, basically fleeing, and yet how unusual was it when Carmela's side piece, the worst presidential candidate ever, who claimed that she was the best candidate ever, spent $2 billion and didn't win. I mean, how could she? And by the way, now tell me if you think I'm wrong. I think they still think she may be the front runner to be the Democratic nominee again.
Oh, we can only hope. I want to see her in a debate with either J.D. Vance or Rubio.
Oh, man. I mean, either one would just clean her clock. I mean, did we forget the word salad queen? I mean, how could she not be embarrassed to even be seen in public? Oh, well.
I love it when Trump calls AOC a low intelligence.
Yeah, I know, low IQ. Yeah, she's just low IQ,
Which she absolutely is. She doesn't understand math.
Yeah, but she was a great bartender and got a great rack on her, so I guess that counts. And the woman can dance. Anyway, Wild Bill, thanks, man. You have yourself a great weekend. Wild Bill on Kemper, Pete, and Flounder, and old Jeff on the board there. Let's see. Let's do a quick birthday here, if you don't mind. How about John Corbett? Is 65 tomorrow. John Corbett, of course, known for the TV series Northern Exposure. He was also one of Sherry, what's her name? Sex in the City, not Cherry. Oh, God, I hate when I do this. I was just thinking.
You're up at 5 a.m., right?
Yeah, 5:20 usually.
And you're looking at these and writing these things down to do them later. And it doesn't concern you.
Carrie.
It doesn't come to you to actually look up or just ask Gronk these names to write them down.
I knew it, and it was just only recently I forgot it. In fact, I was talking about this in my head to pick up which birthday I was going to do, and I mentioned, Carrie's boyfriend on Sex in the City, and I couldn't, the name would not come out from 9 minutes ago when I was looking about the next one during the break to go to, and I forgot it in 9 minutes. It wouldn't come out of my mouth.
So what you're telling us is that you're trusting your brain to remember something 11 hours later.
I'm not good. I'm not good. Anyway, John Corbett, 65, was tomorrow. It was also in My Big Fat Greek Wedding. A nice guy, a good actor, a good-looking guy. I mean, I'm kind of surprised he wasn't a bigger star, to be honest with you. I'm surprised he wasn't like...
I thought he'd be huge.
Yeah.
Like Jim Krasinski?
Like Pratt.
I thought he'd be kind of like him.
The guy Pratt. What's his name? Pratt from 30 Rock, or not the other one there, Parks and Rec, and then all the Star movies where playing a tough guy.
Chris Pratt.
Yeah, Chris Pratt. Really, very, very surprising. Did I do a history thing? No. Here. Oh, this is cool. I love this story too. And again, Neil Boortz couldn't join us. He's out and about and could not get a place to get a satellite signal or whatever. So, but hopefully next week and everything will be fine. He's doing fine. And don't forget, you can hear him on every Tuesday morning around 7:25 on the morning show. And then every day they repeat something from the day before. So on Wednesday mornings, I think around 6:30, they'll repeat the Neil Boortz from Tuesday. So you get to hear him twice if you want. Now, in this day in history, I love this law case. 1858, considered his most famous case. Attorney Abraham Lincoln uses the moon to defend his client accused of murder. Lincoln was friends with a guy named Duff Armstrong, whose recently deceased father offered to defend him free of charge. They were friends. Charles Allen testified at the trial that at just before midnight, he saw this guy Armstrong strike a guy named Metzger with a slug shot, which is one of those weights tied to a leather thong like David and Goliath. What do we used to call those? What the hell would we call? Pete, what's the name of that thing where you? It's not a slingshot, but the thing David and Goliath where you put the rock in the little pouch and swing it around and throw it. What the hell's that called?
Slingshot?
A slingshot, I guess, the old-fashioned. Anyway, I think it was a leather thong with a slug shot in it, they called it here. Anyway, Allen claimed that he was 150 feet away at the time when he saw this. When Lincoln asked Mr. Allen how he could possibly identify Mr. Armstrong in the middle of the night from that distance, it was like freaking midnight or something, he said, I could tell by the light of the full moon. Okie dokie. So Abe Lincoln took out an almanac and showed the jury and the judge that at the time of the murder, The moon was in its first quarter and riding low on the horizon, just about to set. Lincoln claimed that not only was the witness lying about the full moon, it would have been impossible to have enough moonlight to see clearly that night, proving he was lying. The jury agreed, and Lincoln got his client acquitted. The case known as the Almanac Trial, Abe Lincoln, and this was in 1858, before, of course, he became president. 428, Kimmer, Pete, Flounder, Jeff on the board. Everything's good. Everything's good. Oh, let's do it. You want to do? Let's do that. Let's do it. You want to do a game? Let's do a game. Here we go. Yeah.
Due to the 180-year-old story you just went 5 minutes on,
we can't do the game.
We do not have time.
Well, we're going to do it by God. We're doing it 4:30 4 or something like that. Okay, I screwed up. I'm sorry.
Way to pay attention, Jeff.
No, everything's fine. Everything's good. It will be fine. It will be totally
It wasn't
good.
Jeff's fault.
No, it wasn't.
Saying, yeah, he was ready for the game. It was Kimmer's fault.
It's my fault. It's always my fault.
No one will be allowed to leave the show during the riveting Abraham Lincoln recount.
Well, I thought it was a fun history thing. You know, they can do it in the morning with their stupid, Tuck's Tales or whatever. What the hell is it? It's the smart ones' tales from life, or what the hell they call that in the morning?
Story time.
Yeah, the smart guy story place or something. And they can do that, and that's fine. But I do it, and I get ripped. It's unbelievable.
Exactly.
Yeah, duh.
That's how it works.
Anyway, a couple of other things here on gerrymandering and stuff like that. Again, Virginia had their business thrown out. And we're going to play cut number 2 here, Jeff. This is a pretty funny story. Tennessee passed a new congressional map, and it flips the final Democrat seat to Republican, mostly. And so they've been going nuts. In Tennessee, they had these women climbing on desks and fighting with the police, and they're just going crazy, saying it's all racist and racist and racist. But the fact of the matter is, it's going to mean that the woman named... let's see, there's going to be a black woman in this district, and she's going to be running against a white person. The black woman is a Republican, and the white person is a Democrat, but the liberals are still trying to say it's racist. Anyway, here's cut number 2. See if you can figure it out.
It's a little ironic that the woman now who is likely going to win the 9th district in Tennessee is a black Republican woman as a result of this redistricting effort. It's likely going to be a black Republican woman who beats that old white man.
Could I make this very simple
But
point?
that's racist?
It actually is. We're going to take a quick break, and then Tesla and Congressman.
Yeah, let's take a break. Yeah, that's Scott Jennings. He was piping in there with that stupid CNN business. But again, how can you call it racist? You got a black woman who's probably going to win the race, and they can still call it, reverse racism? These freaking people. Talk about gaslighting. Did we just hear about gaslighting? Yeah. Jeez.
Don't pay attention to what you're seeing with your own eyes. Yeah. Just listen to what we're telling you.
It's true. It's exactly what they're doing.
It's Marxism. It's what exactly.
It's unfreaking believable. All right. Also coming up more on this guy Nick Shirley, and also you'll hear from Spencer Pratt, who's, and again, we'll salute Air Force Joe for correcting me when I thought we were talking about Karen Bass, the mayor of Los Angeles. We were actually referring to Katie Porter running for governor of California. So thank you, Air Force Joe. Yesterday called that in, and I didn't get a chance to thank him on the air, so I'm thanking you now. 431, Kimmer, Pete, Flounder, Jeff, and Letterman Friday. Look out.
You've been warned. If the Dems win the midterms, the border opens back up. Impeachment comes down, and you get more riots in the streets. Now's the time to hunker down and vote red. Count on Extra 106.3 to bring you the stories that matter from the most trusted voices in the country. Proud to be Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station. Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra app.
Jaron Solomon here, and if you want to absolutely win Mother's Day, listen up. Now through May 10th, when you make a purchase at Solomon Brothers Jewelers, you can receive a free Big Green Egg grill with qualifying purchase. And this year, for all of you out there who have taken us up on this offer before, you also have the option of a brand new Traeger. You give mom something timeless, and you get the grill everybody wants. Visit Solomon Brothers Jewelers or book your appointment at solomonbrothers.com.
Atlanta's a world-class golf city,
But let's be honest, sometimes Mother Nature has other plans. Lightning storms, summer heat that feels like a sauna. There's got to be a better way to play golf on days like that. That's why there's Atlanta Golf and Social, your indoor golf escape on the West End just off the Beltline. Step into the bay and experience TrackMan Tracer technology. Dial in your swing data and unlock your scoring potential. Whether you're a weekend golfer or a daily driver, join the club and enjoy unlimited golf with flexible memberships. Then head into the Clubhouse Pub, open for lunch through late night. Chef Zeus leads a craft kitchen serving fresh farm-to-table dishes with global flavors and healthy ingredients, all paired with a full bar of cold beers, curated wines, and handcraft cocktails. Atlanta Golf and Social has everything for golfers of every level to enjoy, and it's family-friendly too, perfect for parties. It's one of Atlanta's premier spots for corporate outings and private events for up to 100 guests. Book your visit and learn more at atlantagolfandsocial.com.
Time now for the Retire Wise Report. James Parker here with financial advisor Sean Maloney, founder and CEO of Retire Wise. So when we go through days or weeks of volatility in the market, Sean, it's hard to know what to do. What can you tell us?
The biggest thing is don't panic or make immediate decisions with your money. Take those emotional concerns out of the middle of it. You know, look, markets cycle regularly. Market corrections and bear markets are a normal part of the cycle. They're just part of the plan that are going to be accounted for. If you feel nervous when you read the headlines about big drops in the market, you might not know enough about how your money is positioned. That's why it's important to get the right guidance on a financial plan for your retirement.
Tell us about the offer you have for our listeners.
All right, so now's the time to start, folks. Looking ahead and identifying if you have too much risk in your portfolio. That's the first thing. We have a helpful little resource for our listeners today. We call it the Retire Happy Framework Toolkit. You can get it today by calling or texting WISE to 770-802-2200. My team helped put together this just for you, and it's a complimentary guide. And the center of this is a copy of my latest book, The Priority of Retirement, plus guides on major topics like investments, Social Security, income planning, taxes, and so forth of the key components of retirement. So if you want to get this information in your hands today, call or text WISE to 770-802-2200. That's 770-802-2200.
Take advantage of this offer and get your Retire Happy Framework today. Just text WISE to 770-802-2200. The team at Retire Wise will get you your Retire Happy Framework to you right away. So just call or text WISE to 770-802-2200. Investment advisory services made available through AE Wealth Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal. Firm does not provide tax services.
Need advice on getting things fixed up around the house? No matter how big or small that project is, we've got your answers. Listen to us on the All Four Seasons Home Show presented by the Trusted Toolbox. Join Dan Watkins, owner of All Four Seasons Garage Entry Doors and Windows, and me, Chris Lalamia, your favorite handyman from the Trusted Toolbox, as we tackle all the issues, fixes, and honeydew projects around your home. Join us every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. or grab the podcast anytime on the Extra 106.3 app.
Hey, this is John Flading. I'm the president and owner of ATL Turf Co. We are a family-owned, operated, independent local company. We have over 15 years of artificial grass design, installation, and sales experience. From premium artificial lawns and backyards, custom putting greens, sports fields, hardscape, drainage, we do both residential and commercial. If you can dream it, we can build it. Just go to atlturfco.com to schedule an appointment.
Looking for heavy equipment but don't know where to buy? Purple Wave Auction has you covered. Always online and always no reserve. It's your destination for construction or ag equipment ready to work. We even sell semis, trailers, and fleet equipment for your operation. Best part? It's free to join. Head to purplewave.com. That's purplewave.com. Sign up for a free account and start bidding today. Purple Wave Auction, the easiest and most straightforward way to buy and sell equipment.
All right, now, you know, there's a lot of things happen. Start early in the morning.
Check-in with Pete
and then a lot of things, you know,
stories
prepared. Got the straight golf thing. You got Virginia Court. I mean, a lot of things happen, you know. I didn't get to everything a lot of times.
Well, I'm looking at this right now. You sent 12 stories,
I tried to hold back today.
12 stories. You have done 3.
Well, that's not that good. I got him right here. All right, boyfriend shocking. South Carolina couple age gap. Georgia mayor, Vanity Fair. Oh, the new Vanity a license plate, New Jersey. Oh, we got it all. We got all these stories.
Abe Lincoln update.
Abe Lincoln. Well, no, Mr. Smarty Pants. Just for that, I'm going to do a very short history thing coming up here right before our game.
Oh, here we go.
But first,
we'll do the game next hour, folks.
No, we're going to do it right now. Our birthday first includes Bono is 66 years old tomorrow, and Linda Evangelista tomorrow is 61 years old, famous model and stuff like that. Now, I'll do a very abbreviated history note here for you today. On this day in 2010, live from New York, it's Betty White. A Facebook group was formed called Betty White to host SNL, please, unquote. The request was a Facebook, get Betty White on SNL, Saturday Night Live. The request proved so popular, executive producer Lorne Michaels took it as a sign he needed to get that gal signed up for the gig right now. So Betty White hosted the show on this day in 2010 when she was a measly 83 years old. Betty White not only was the oldest person to host the show, she also won an Emmy. And when Betty White was alive, she literally was older than sliced bread. Betty White was older than sliced bread. Anyway, Saturday Night Live in 2010. Okay, now, 4:38. Hey, hi-yo. Hey, Kimmer P. Flounder, Jeff on the board. And it's Johnny Olson. Who's going to play Holy Crap, Pete's Got a Game?
All right. You ready?
I'm ready.
Ready.
Yeah.
Flounder will go first.
All right.
What we're going to do here is you're going to tell me, Flounder, what team you think, what college football team has the most active players in the NFL right now. And what we're going to do, you each will pick three. You'll go back and forth, pick three teams, and then we'll add up and see who's got the winner.
Okay, good.
Who is your number one team, Flounder?
Georgia.
Georgia. All right. Georgia.
He's fixed Georgia.
All right. I see. I've got it down there. Okay. Kimmer, who are you going with?
I will pick Alabama.
You will go with Alabama. Okay.
Damn it.
Writing down Alabama's. All right. Flounder?
What? Oh, that was yours.
Let's see. How about Michigan?
Michigan.
Michigan
All right,
for
I'm writing down
Flounder.
Michigan's here. Okay. And now it's your turn, Kimmer.
Currently in the NFL playing. Is that what you're saying? Currently in the
Yes,
NFL. Ohio State.
Ohio State. Okay. All right. Got that down there. Okay.
One
What's
more
your
for
final team, Flounder?
I will go with Oklahoma.
Okay.
Oklahoma. All right. We got Oklahoma
Let's
here.
see.
I've got to look. I gotta go a ways to find this one. Oh boy.
That's a bad sign.
Yes, that's not good.
All right, I found him.
Kimmer,
what's your last one?
Let's see. I will say USC.
USC.
Oh, that's another one way
I'm
down
going
there. That's no good either.
Okay, I've got USC here.
All right.
All right.
Flounder, Georgia, Michigan, and Oklahoma.
All right, Flounder, Georgia has 65.
Wow.
That's
Currently
right.
playing? That can't be possible.
Currently playing, mostly with the Philadelphia Eagles defense. by the
Wow,
way.
I guess. Yeah.
Michigan, 57.
Holy criminy.
Georgia's number 2. Michigan is number 3. So you got off to a great start there, Flounder.
I got 2.
Yeah. Big.
And then you said Oklahoma.
Yeah, how many got that?
Which has 20.
Well, still, that's not bad.
So what do we got here? So, okay, we got 8, 13, 143, you'd say.
Okie dokie.
My math is correct on top of my head here. Kimmer went with Alabama, which is number 1.
Number 1. Hey-oh.
With 68.
68.
That was going to be my
Ohio
second pick.
State.
Ohio State.
Ohio State, 57. Ohio State is actually 3rd.
Oh, my goodness.
3rd, yeah. So they're 57.
So I'm ahead of
They're
Flounder
tied
by
with
3.
Michigan.
Yeah.
And then you picked,
USC.
who was your third?
USC.
USC has 39.
I win. Oh, my God.
Yeah, I think Kimmer won. Yes.
I can't believe I won by 19. Or I won by
That's
22.
9, that's 14,
22.
15.
I won by 22.
Like 160 something, yeah.
Yeah, I won by 22. I'll be damned. Oh, that's rare.
Kimmer 1, Flounder 57.
I'll be damned. Well, there you go. Well, that's kind of cool. But that's a lot of, wow. Are those basically the teams that have them all? I mean, are there, who else? Anybody else got a lot that surprised you?
Top 12, Bama, Georgia, Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State surprised me.
Penn State.
Notre Dame up there, Texas, LSU, Oregon, Florida, and Missouri and Ole Miss. Those top 12, I think.
I didn't think of Florida. I wouldn't have thought of Oregon. Was it mostly linemen or something, I wonder?
I wouldn't say that. I'd say more like wide receivers. They got a lot of running backs, wide receivers, stuff. Yeah, defensive backs.
Cool. Well, that was fun. Excellent. Kimmer Pete, Flounder, Jeff on the board, 443. Our number is 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Let's see. A lot of fraud going around in these days. Ilhan Omar, the ice pirate Somalian in Minnesota, is now saying, I didn't do anything wrong to get all this for millions and billions of dollars in fraud here. It was the governor. Yeah, it was the governor who did it all. She's kind of denying anything. There's also fraud investigations going on in places that's going to be going into California real soon. And for the record, this guy, Nick Shirley, he's making a lot around. In fact, I think he was on Glenn Beck today for a long time talking about when he went to Cuba. And they followed him, they tracked him, they spied on him, and he said Cuba's in worse shape than you ever thought. And Donald Trump ready to take it over because it looks like it's falling apart. It's decrepit, it's broken, it's shambles. Nobody's going to school, nobody can eat. I mean, he said it's horrible. And they followed him around the whole time. Nick Shirley. Well, he was also on, we're going to play cut number 4 here, Jeff. He was also on a podcast with Stephen A. Smith, and they were talking about investigating fraud in various communities around the country, and Stephen A. Smith tried to make a thing about how they were doing it and what it would mean, and Nick Shirley, I think, kind of shut him down. Cut number 4 right here.
Supporters say you expose real corruption, but critics say your reporting fuels suspicion toward immigrant communities. Do you worry there's a line between exposing fraud and creating fear?
No, I think fraud's all of our dollars. I mean, when you pay taxes, it's just as much as a Republican dollar as a Democrat dollar. And I think these politicians need to stop using immigrant communities to commit fraud.
And that's what you think this is about. They're using they're using migrants and immigrants to commit fraud. That's what you believe this is all about?
Yeah. In a lot of these cases, Minnesota, they use the Somalians. In California, they use the Armenians, and they let that happen for years upon years.
And by the way, in Ohio, it's also Somalians. And they're doing it on purpose. And in fact, I think there was some testimony where it said that even in Somalia, they know, hey, if you can get to America, you get to Minnesota and Ohio because we'll take care of you. I mean, they literally, it's planned. Because they know that, and by the way, I hope, I know they're not letting this go, but we need to see more people in jail or on the lam or something. So anyway, 4:45 already. Holy cow. 404-741-1230 if you'd like to join us. Holy Crap at Sports is coming up. We got Pete's tweets and the latest on the thing. And also a couple of social dating type relationship things coming up here too on 106.3. Happy Friday. How's it going? Let her rip. Here we go.
You can stream Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station while you work at extra1063.com. Get the latest from the Morning Extra, The Kimmer Show, and Neil Boortz. And stay connected at the office. That's extra1063.com.
Hey, Braves fans, it's Tom Glavine, and when my ride needs a wash, I head straight to Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Their friendly team and industry-leading technology give my car the ultimate shine every time. Experience an elite clean you can count on at Tidal Wave Auto Spa, the official car wash of the Atlanta Braves and my go-to car wash destination.
My car is happy. I am happy. Tidal Wave Auto Spa.
Well, summer's coming, and your old windows still have your AC working overtime before long. Hey, it's a Kimmer. How you doing? If we're talking windows, I'm talking about my friend Jeff at Peach State Windows. You know, you spend more cooling your home than heating it. And Peach State's heat-reflective glass keeps the brutal sun out and your bills down. Right now, how about this? 8 premium double-hung Energy Star windows installed for just $39.95. How about 0% financing for 12 months? 770-485-8011. PeachStateWindows.com.
Right now, new car prices are out of control. Yes, it's more affordable to buy a used vehicle, but can you really trust what you're getting? That's why I use VIX Auto Care. VIX can perform a pre-purchase inspection of the vehicle I'm thinking about. They'll check it out from top to bottom, so I know if there are any potential problems. VIX helps me make the right decision. So before you buy, give VIX a try. VIX Auto Care on Roswell Street in Marietta. Visit them at VIXAutoCare.com. That's VIKS Autocare.com.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's for Howard Brothers and Exmark. Warm temps are here, and that means go time for homeowners and pros alike. This mowing season, stay ahead of the lawn work with an Exmark mower on your side. Exmark mowers are built for comfort, speed, and performance, so you can depend on them this season and the next. Find your Exmark mower at Howard Brothers. They're the place to go for top service and trusted brands for your outside projects. Howard Brothers, serving you since 1955.
Retirement should feel exciting, not stressful. But if you're close to retirement or already there, have you ever stopped to ask, do I really understand the risks to my plan? Hi, I'm David Nicholas, president of Nicholas Wealth Management. Things like market swings, higher taxes, inflation, healthcare costs, even living longer than expected can slowly chip away at your savings if you're not prepared. And even solid plans can have blind spots. That's why we offer a retirement risk analysis. It looks at how your investments, income, and taxes could hold up in real-life situations, not just on paper. It helps answer the big questions. What happens if the market drops? And will your money last as long as you do? If you're within 10 years of retirement or already retired, give us a call, 678-990-8500, or visit nicholaswealth.com to schedule a complimentary retirement risk analysis. Nicholas Wealth Management, helping you retire with clarity, confidence, and control.
Nicholas Wealth Management is an independent financial services firm. This is for informational purposes only and is not specific investment advice.
Some people in today's world really feel forgotten. There's a Jewish woman named Esther I'd like to tell you about. In her home in Israel, Esther is living through days and nights in fear. Sirens are sounding, rockets screaming through the sky, long stretches spent in a bomb shelter. She's 84 years old. Esther's frightened. She's fragile. She's alone. Imagine that. No help, no food deliveries, no medical care, no one knocking at her door in a war zone. But because of people like you, she doesn't feel alone. She's not alone. Through the fellowship, you're there, bringing food, meeting urgent needs, reminding the Jewish people that, just like Esther, you're not forgotten. In times of fear and uncertainty, your compassion brings hope and help. Esther asks that you hear these words. To those who give, you are doing a very great mitzvah, a good deed. Give from your heart. May God protect you. Your gift to God's people is truly hope-giving and life-saving. Please don't wait. Call 888-488-IFCJ right now. 888-488-IFCJ or go to ifcj.org.
Hey, listen. It's that Rick Jackson again.
Too often, criminal illegals commit sick, violent crimes. Do that when I'm governor, and you'll end up deported or departed.
Dang. I know, right?
What do you have, sugar?
I'll take the meatloaf and Rick Jackson for governor.
He's something, ain't he?
Oh, he's tough. No tolerance for criminal illegals, no woke ideology.
No more do-nothing career politicians.
The man escaped the projects and built one of Georgia's most successful businesses. Plus, he's big-time pro-Trump. And he wants to cut our property taxes. Like for real.
Shush, y'all. Here comes the good part.
No more free rides for people who refuse to work. You want to sit on your butt, binge watch Netflix, and scarf down Cheetos? Do it with your own money.
Amen to that.
Conservative Rick Jackson for Georgia.
I just love that Cheetos part.
Paid for by Jackson for Governor, Inc.
There we go. Mr. Dillon speaking. Yeah. Yeah, but Bob Dylan, hold on a minute. I'm playing a harmonica with Bob Dylan. The promotional film for Bob Dylan's Subterranean Homesick Blues, the filming for the film took place on the side of the Savoy Hotel in London. Actors in the background for the filming of the promotional film were Allen Ginsberg and Bob Newworth. The original clip, actually the opening segment of D.A. Pennebaker's film, Don't Look Back, a documentary on Bob Dylan's 1965 tour of England. In the film, Dylan came up with the idea, holds up cue cards for the camera with selected words and phrases from the lyrics. The cue cards were written by Donovan, Allen Ginsberg, Bob Newworth, and Dylan himself. And while staring at the camera, he flipped the cards as the song played. 1965, Dylan, and Subterranean, etc. There you go. Playing harmonica with Bob Dylan. Anyway, come on,
just
people.
like him.
What's that? You couldn't really tell the difference, could you? Shut up. Our birthday list includes... Oh, this is for you, Pete Davis. Our birthday list includes the troubadour, the folk singer, the balladeer, Mr. Love Song, Dave Mason, 80 years old today. Dave Mason with his loving ballads of sweet love and romance. Yes.
Kemmer.
Sorry, yeah.
Dave Mason died a week ago.
Well, he would have been 80 today.
Yes, we did a whole thing. You did this same bit.
you did this last week.
I know, but I forgot it's because he died. I thought it was because he was doing something special.
Just because you were just being a jerk for one day and decided to do that?
No.
I'm going to go after Dave Mason today.
I know, I swear to God. It was on the list. It was on the list. It was on the list. I even looked it up. But again, I didn't check with... Well, I forgot. I remember the name, and I remember doing it. And I'm sorry. Sorry, Dave.
Let the man rest in peace.
I know he should be resting. He would have been 80. He didn't quite make it to Kimmer time, but that's, hey, who does? I mean, ever think about it. By the way, I keep thinking about that. Just any second, just boing, it's over. I mean, it's just... And now, a little history note here for you. 1980, I'm kind of surprised that it was this late date in time, but it makes sense when you think about it this way. 1980. Existing only as laboratory specimens, smallpox. On this day in 1980, certified by the World Health Assembly as obsolete. This was the first time a disease had been absolutely eradicated by man. The last known case of smallpox was in Birmingham, England, 2 years earlier, 1978, and it was a horrible tragedy. The virus escaped from a research lab. The researcher who accidentally let it out committed suicide. It's estimated that smallpox in the 20th century killed up to 500 million people. 500 million people in 100 years. It was eradicated by a massive vaccination and containment program. The eradication was aided by the fact that humans are the only reservoir for smallpox infection, and asymptomatic carriers did not exist. So if you didn't have it, and you couldn't spread it. Anyway, the 1980 officially...
She's a giver.
Eradicated. What's that?
She's a carrier.
You talking about Britney Spears again? Or anyway, 455. Holy cow! Kemmer P. Flounder, 404 and Jeff 404-741-1230. I will. Let me propose this to you, and see what you think. And after 5 o'clock, we'll have Holy Crap at Sports coming up, and maybe we'll talk about this kind of I got a couple of relationship things here for you. First of all. A woman named Lindsay Hall is a public relations professional, and she has a Substack thing called Lindsay Hall Writes. Anyway, she did an essay where she stumbled upon her boyfriend's ChatGPT and then had to dump him. She said she accidentally came across it. I'm going to set this up, and we'll go to a thing here before the news, and then we'll come back and finish it. She said she borrowed her boyfriend's laptop. He was sitting beside her on the couch sleeping. She wanted to respond to a client of hers when her phone died, so she looked at her boyfriend's laptop, whom she had the number for it, and she found what's called a modern-day girlfriend's nightmare, a ChatGPT chat called Relationship Issues and Uncertainty. And the girlfriend said, I looked at those words, and I thought, oh, my God, I wish I hadn't read that. Now, here's where I'm certain many will piously tell me I dug my own grave. I invaded his privacy. Yes, I never should have read what I read. The man's allowed to share private thoughts with a robot he never intended me to see. Yes, I know that's true. But I dare you to come across your partner's chat jop thing and read those words and not be totally unraveled with all your moral senses. The focus would be on the chaos of her 3 cats, about which her ex had never been a huge fan. And she said the chat bot's analysis after he asked for advice from the chat bots, she froze her eyes when she landed on the final line of the AI bot's analysis. Quote, to the guy, from what you're sharing, you should consider ending the relationship. The boy had asked the question of the robot saying, should I be in love after 3.5 months? He questioned about her lifestyle, her sensitive nature, her eating disorder history, her writing, and her 3 cats. And then there's a whole attraction thing, he said. It's not what I think I'm a dime, I'm realistic, but this man's entire love language was rooted in physical affection. Anyway, what floored her most is the pro and con list. There was no pro list. And she's shell-shocked about what happened when she confronted him. It's all coming up. 4:58. A little Flounders funny here. The news after the news. We'll finish up the whole thing for you.
It's just different. Kids today through the drive-thru, you get to whatever you want. It's all about your happiness. And just what kind of sauces? Does everybody got the sauces that they want? How many sauces? 3 sauces or 2 sauces? Did you get the cheese or the malt or whatever? Did you get a large drink? Because we want you to be happy all the time, and I just want
When I was a kid, my dad would have a carload full of us. Pull up to McDonald's drive-thru, order an apple pie for himself, and drive away. Didn't even look back. I'm in the backseat like Oliver Twist. Father.
Father.
Can I just smell your pie, Father? Just one gentle whiff of your sweet pie. Oh, it is glorious, Father. One day I shall have my own pie.
May I have another?
Tim Hawkins right there.
Tim Hawkins, there you go. All right, coming up, the relationship quiz. Also, what if you're 60 and she's 24? And some strict rules about your relationship that seem to work. And that's getting a lot of social media tread, too. Coming up, Kimber Pete Flounder, Silent Jeff on the board, and it's almost 5 o'clock. Holy crap at sports, and we got tweets and beautiful day in the neighborhood. And hope you're having a great day going into the weekend, too. All right, look out, 106.3. Here we go. Stand by.
The Morning Extra, every weekday morning from 6 to 10 on WFOM and W292 EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. Extra 106.3.
3 days to swap prisoners. I'm Carmen Roberts, Fox News. President Trump says Russia and Ukraine agreed to his request for a 3-day truce that will facilitate the transfer of 2,000 prisoners of war. It starts tomorrow.
And the dates are very interesting as we pull up the True Social here. May 9th, May 10th, and May 11th. And that's interesting because that is around Victory Day for Russia. Of course, Vladimir Putin is going to want to have a big military parade. It also goes on to say that it will include a suspension of all kinetic activity, also a prisoner swap of 1,000 prisoners. We haven't seen a number like that for a while, 1,000 prisoners from each country.
Fox's Aisha Hasni at the White House. Still no word from Iran over whether it will accept the latest peace plan.
We're expecting a response from them today at some point.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio explains to reporters in Rome what may be holding things up.
Their system is still highly fractured and a bit dysfunctional as well. So that may be serving as an impediment. I hope it's a serious offer. I really do.
And there's more military action, though, than diplomatic action. U.S. CENTCOM says the U.S. has struck several tankers that tried to run the blockade and head to Iranian ports. A major blow to Democrats today as the Virginia Supreme Court strikes down a voter-approved Democratic congressional redistricting plan. And the court ruled state lawmakers violated procedures when putting it on the ballot.
And for that reason, they say the congressional district maps issued by the court in 2021, they've got to use for the upcoming congressional election. This was a state matter. Virginia's Supreme Court made this decision. It's not out of the realm of possibility that challengers to this decision would try to get to the Supreme Court to say that there is some U.S. constitutional violation in the way that this ruling was made.
Fox's Shannon Bream. That decision could reshape the battle for Congress. America's listening to Fox News.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-884-1012 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-884-1012. That's 800-884-1012. What do you have to lose? Call 800-884-1012. Again, 800-884-1012.
Help! Let's get it together, ladies. Left shoulder, right up like, ready on your dog target. Road guards out. Look out. It's only me. It's only the Kiver. With Pete Davis in the mountains of Macon and Flounder at the controls, along with Silent Chef on the board here today. 106.3, it's only we. 106.3 with the Kiver thing in the boys. 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Holy Crap in Sports is coming up. We got Pete's tweets. We got all the stuff on the news. We got your phone calls. And we also have the latest in the world, what's going on in the news. I'm going to finish up this story and got another kind of social relationship thing coming up here I want to ask you about, too, in a second. But first of all, again, what the videos are out and some of the documents are out. Donald Trump releasing stuff about unidentified flying. Well, it's not UFOs anymore. It's ADP. It's all these new phrases. But anyway, it's UFOs, what we call UFOs. And you see the pictures, a lot of videos. And again, they've got pilots and they've got people saying, these things are real. Using flying near U.S. military aircraft. Military pilots are showing fast-moving objects that just disappear and change directions real weird and then literally disappear. They've had people finding things that apparently orbs will release other orbs from them at a distance, glowing spheres hovering in place, and then a semi-transparent object like a translucent kite and then disappearing. Orange-colored orbs releasing red, smaller orbs, then fading in and out of view. UAPs flying above the ocean surface, making multiple sharp turns and doing things that we don't know how to do. Well, it's one after another after another. And so, I don't know. What do you think? I don't think there's any doubt that there's some kind of life. I don't think these things we're seeing, I don't think they're manned. I don't think they have little creatures in them. I think they're drones or, spy things or whatever, a search, recon
Do you think
missions.
that the U.S. or whoever has had a secret space program for the last 50 years and has things that we don't know?
Well, I would be awfully surprised that you would think that kind of brain power wouldn't be kept secret. There would be no way to keep that kind of secret. That's all just because of the nature of people. I can't imagine. Unless, science fiction. Maybe they got a guy with that kind of brain since he was like 7 years old and somehow was touched with all this super knowledge. So they lock him away in a castle in the Alps or something where he's never seen outside, and they make sure he can only do. He's the only guy who knows all this stuff. I can't imagine that there wouldn't be a secret that somehow got out if we had a program that did all this for the last 50 years or for that matter, who made the stuff in the caves? Who made those little drawings in the caves of the space creatures and the stars and all that kind of stuff? You know?
Yeah, maybe we got an alien or an alien ship and reverse engineered it. That's what we're experimenting with, trying to make the same thing.
Well, again, they had that guy, that Burchett or Burnett or whatever, it's a Burchett or something, from Tennessee guy, and he said again, he's one with that pretty face girl with the lips down in Florida, Anna Luna Lippi, whatever her name is.
I think they all have lips.
They all have that kind of. Well, she's got real ones. She's that pretty one with the black hair, and Anna Luna from Florida. You know that.
Oh,
hottie.
yeah.
Anna Luna Lippi face.
Luna.
Anyway, yeah. And between the two of them, there, and he's been behind getting all this stuff released, and he says this is nothing. This is like round one. Wait till you see what they have. It'll knock your socks off. You could wet your pants. So clearly, then why don't they just do it? What are we waiting for? I mean, we already know. We're already on edge. I mean, I don't. Are we going to draw it out? I mean, what's the point?
Well, they have psychologists saying that there will be riots in the street and people will panic.
Well,
there's a lot of stupid people out there.
Well, I get. Well, what do you think? Okay, well, let me ask you this. What do you think? We'll ask everybody. What do you think is the worst thing or the most frightening thing that they could reveal that would lead to a panic on Earth?
We are so weak and underprepared for this. It's like the Marvel man with Avengers. When he looks, he goes, why are you building up all these weapons? And he points at Thor and he says, because of him.
Yeah.
Because we're vastly unmanned.
Yeah.
Undermanned.
Yeah. Well, but I mean, do you think that there's going to be video of American or scientists working with space creatures? Other life forms communicating, seeing them, that we've captured them, or we have one of those spaceships. I mean, are you going to see something which would convince you that, oh my God, they can do whatever they want and we're at their mercy? Is there something you would have to see?
Today. I don't believe any video. It'd have to be with your own eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Flounder, do you have any visions of what it would take for you to say, oh my God? I mean, what would you have to see? Or do you think there is anything we could see?
Humans and aliens working together?
Yeah. I mean, now, do you think there's a spaceship? Do you think they actually have one that survived Earth's atmosphere and is
They have to have some kind of spacecraft of some sort to be able to travel. Yeah, I mean.
But I mean, do you think that we have one?
Oh, you mean?
Do you think I know. I'm trying to figure out what we think is the worst thing that they have that would tell America that this is really real. Well, we'd have to have some physical thing. I think Americans wouldn't believe it unless the little video things, which I don't know what those little dots are. I don't know what they are.
No, Tic Tacs.
Yeah, they don't mean anything to me. I mean, obviously they're weird and strange, but it doesn't mean that some scientist didn't come up with a way to do it. Hell, look what drones do. I mean, they scatter anyway. But I wonder if they actually have a boat, a craft of some kind.
Like Independence Day?
Yeah. They try to reverse engineer it or whatever, and maybe that's what they've been doing. That's the big secret. But again, I don't know whether I wonder why the world would explode. I mean, I think people, well, unless they have never gone to school in places in the world where they don't have any education at all, but people everywhere must have been talking about UFOs and space creatures. That's not just Americans talking about it. I mean, the whole world's,
They think that religions will implode and that people will, not know what to believe and they'll lose.
Well, and again, I'm a little embarrassed about this, but that's my follow-up question to you as an ordained minister, as am I. Do you think this says anything that should detract from faith of your personal religious beliefs about the meaning of God, the Creator? Is there anywhere that says that in religious teachings that says you are the only things that God ever created on this earth, is the only thing God ever created? Well, he created heaven and earth, but
three times.
What's that?
I don't remember anything in the Bible saying about anything extraterrestrial. I mean, they talk about angels, they talk about the Nephilim and the giants and the coming down and having sex with women and stuff like that. But there's nothing out there that says, as far as I remember, that we're the only things.
Right.
We're special.
Right.
We're special.
Yeah.
But it doesn't say we're the only thing.
We're created in the image and the only thing. But it does not ever say that my understanding that God only made human beings and then closed shop.
He made the earth and he made the heavens, which means the heavens is all the other worlds too.
Right, but it doesn't say he made the heavens, but nobody else is out there. In other words, there's no reason that we should accept, other than our own faith and ego and everything else, that we're special as we are, because we were created. If we believe in the Creator, they created us. But still, it never says anywhere that we're the only ones who he ever created, and then he stopped doing it.
And religions are highly adaptable to survive.
Yeah. So anyway, so why should we unless they're the other thing is, if they're out there, and I believe they are, if they wanted us dead, we'd be dead.
We'd be dead.
So what are you fearing? If we know they're there, if they're going to say, in 2 months they're going to come out with the final thing, and here they are, Mr. Farkley Farkukakak is his new name, and you can see that it's a light form, really, but he can, he can talk to us with, flaming flame lights or something, but he came from the, outer Sukasuk of, universe or something. And, oh, really? So why would we be scared? If he wanted to kill us, he would have killed us.
There's a movie called Arrival. Do you see it with Amy?
I know of it. I didn't see it. I heard of it.
And Jeremy Renner.
Yeah.
It talks about this, about what happens when they show up, and it's a pretty decent movie.
Well, again,
very smart.
If we see a video sometime in the near future, because they're teasing all the information's coming out, if we see the President of the United States saying, and ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to announce to you, yes, it's true, they're here, and here's the guy, and I wouldn't be scared. I'd be amazed and say, oh boy, I can't wait to find out more about this. I mean, wouldn't that open up a whole nother world of information that would just explode? I mean, we'd go nuts. Can you imagine if all of a sudden really?
What do they look upon us as we look upon things that we study them when we discover some animal or something, or insect, or ocean creature? We study them. Well, some study them. Some try and kill them, or exploit them.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, there's some out there who may want to come visit us like we're a zoo. There's some out there who might say, hey, let's go sport hunt them like Predator.
Or not even that, even saying it's like step on a bug. What are these little things here investigating or invading my universe? Let's get rid of them. They could just squash us like a worm.
We have Rusty on the line who wants to talk about his close encounter.
Oh, my goodness. Can we do it? It's 5:13.
Yeah, we can go late.
Rusty, and Pete will go as long as you want on your sports thing. Rusty, you're on the radio, man. You having a close encounter? Tell us all about this, please.
Okay, I've had 3 in my life, but the one that was the most telling was my girlfriend and I were heading to Slippery Rock University, and we saw something in the sky that was at least an aircraft carrier big, maybe 2 battleships wide, with different levels. And I was flashing my lights, trying to chase it. My girlfriend was kind of screaming at me, but I called the sheriff's department, and I was one of like 50 people that night that called. So I know, there's no way we have anything that big in the sky. No way.
Wow.
And I saw it, saw different levels in it, and nothing like I've ever seen that before. And then I've seen smaller ships that were just skimming across tree tops, maybe about 5 or 6 in a row, and each one just took off out of sight.
Wow.
Just in seconds.
What happened to the big one? Did the big one just disappear or move or what?
Well, I ended up in a cornfield trying to chase it, but I couldn't. It wasn't going the roads that I was going. It ended up going over a farm, and I couldn't chase it anymore.
Wow.
But this is in Butler County, Pennsylvania, and like I said, they had 50 reports that night of people seeing it in the sky.
I'll be darned. Oh, wow, cool. And well, there you go. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Who's to say? I know a woman who's a police officer, works in federal court jurisdictions. I think you know the story. She saw one at that mall where they had the Kroger.
Ansley Mall.
Ansley Mall.
Yeah.
Saw one there, right? And other people saw it, and they were so frozen, nobody did anything, and then they disappeared. And what was that? What was that? But it was real, and I trust this woman's, judgment too. All right, 5:15 already. Holy cow. We got a Holy Crap of Sports coming up, too. Yada-da-da-da. They're out there. They're here. They're nice. They like us. They want us. What if they got any hot babes available for old guys? I don't know. It's a thought. It's a thought.
It's official. President Trump has endorsed Burt Jones for governor.
Burt Jones has been an incredible leader. This man has my complete and total endorsement, and I really want to see him win.
Burt Jones is a trusted Trump conservative who's leading the fight to end Georgia's state income tax.
He's going to make a great, great governor. You will be very happy, Georgia. Burt Jones has my complete and total endorsement.
Paid for by Burt Jones for Georgia.
I'm Patrick Brown, former Army Ranger in the United States Army. Like many service members, I had to make difficult choices when leaving the military, and the most challenging thing was finding purpose in a new phase of life. Housing, employment, education, way too many decisions and no idea where to start. That was until I met the Warrior Alliance. They made it simple. They listened and quickly connected me to the services I needed. And like a trusted friend, they even followed up to make sure I was squared away. Change a veteran's life today by donating at thewarrioralliance.org, helping warriors navigate to success after service.
Atlanta, it's Mark from the Safe House. The legacy of Joe Biden lives. His open border policy let millions of illegal criminals stream into our country. We continue to have customers visit the showroom and report that they have been victims of break-ins and lost their hard-earned and irreplaceable items. So don't be a victim. Drive by the Safe House showroom and see what real security looks like. Picture yourself placing your valuables in a Fort Knox safe. Now that's real protection for your priceless valuables. Drop by the showroom or go to AtlantaSafeHouse.com.
Calling all contractors. Stovall & Company Wholesale Landscape Supply is here for you.
We've been family owned and operated for more than 75 years, and we just opened our 11th location in Canton, Georgia.
We are proud to provide all your wholesale irrigation, nursery, and landscape supply needs.
We are partnered with Keystone Hardscape to offer a wide variety of products to enhance any outdoor living space.
Here at Stovall, we have it all. Check us out at StovallInc.com or visit any of our convenient locations throughout North Georgia.
You and your buddy. You've been through a lot with each other. The ups and the downs. He's been with you every morning, noon, and night. You've traveled the world together. Heck, he was even with you on your first big date. But have you noticed he's struggling lately? Not performing on the job. He can't even stand up straight anymore. He's wanting to cry out for help, but just doesn't know how. He needs Dr. Deal and Total Body Therapy of Georgia. They can give him the gift of good posture this year, help him stand proud and become all he was meant to be. Now, take him by the hand, look him in the eye and say, I appreciate you, little fella, and we're going to get you some help. We're going to call 404-777-1911. We're going to visit tbtofga.com. We are going to say goodbye to erectile dysfunction forever. Total Body Therapy of Georgia. It's a hard conversation to have, but it's one worth having. Total Body Therapy of Georgia. Online at tbtofga.com.
All right, I got now. Remember presidential candidate Gary Hart, Democrat, Colorado, said, I'm not cheating. You can follow me. So they did. And then they got a picture of 29-year-old model Donna Rice sitting on his lap. And on this day in 1987, Gary Hart dropped out of the presidential race. Hey, it's Holy Crap at Sports with Pete Davis.
For what Jay has in the box.
Yes.
What was the name of the boat they were on?
Oh, that was the Risky Business.
No.
Oh, no, that was
Monkey
a Bimini.
Business.
Monkey Business, yeah.
Monkey
Business. Yeah, Risky Business was, of course, Tom Cruise movie, my bet. Well, I got
Braves
half
and Dodgers.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
Yep, Braves and Dodgers bringing two of Major League Baseball's best records into Chavez Ravine tonight.
Mm-hmm.
The 6-1 Chris Sale for Atlanta against the 1-2 right-hander Emmett Sheehan, whose earned run average is over 5. So
Whoa.
this is a time to get him tonight, at least hit them.
Let's do it.
Braves in first place in the East, 8 games ahead of the Nationals. L.A. in first in the West, 1 game ahead of the Padres. Cubs left-hander Matthew Boyd. I just lost you guys on vision.
Uh-oh.
Visual.
Yeah, you froze
you
on
still
us,
there?
too.
I
can
can
see
see
it.
that's
Yeah,
all that matters.
you're good. You're good.
Cubs lefty Matthew Boyd had successful surgery on his left meniscus. He's going to be out at least a month. So how did Matty hurt his knee?
Yeah.
He suffered the injury when squatting down to play with his kids.
Oh, man. Well, that figures. That's too bad.
35-year-old righty Trevor Bauer, who's been blackballed from Major League Baseball since 2021, says he'll play for free if allowed to come back.
You know, what a shame. I mean, again, the guy, he was basically doxxed and blackballed because of the sexual activities with a willing woman who told him to hurt her, to beat her up, to rough her up. I love it when you do that to me. And then she complained, and now he's a dirtbag. And this has been going on for 5 years. 5 years of him not being able to pitch, one of the top pitchers in baseball, and he's been blackballed because of chick.
Anymore.
Well, obviously, but still.
He's not that talented anymore, but it did cost him a lot of years.
Cost him his career.
And his own actions kind of did it, and teams are afraid to mess with it because women will be there protesting.
That's right. Yeah, it's true.
Former Falcons quarterback Taylor Heineke, born here in Atlanta, went to high school at Collins Hill in Suwanee. Retiring from the NFL, he is 33 years old. He had some great moments with Washington and other teams. And unearthed footage that was posted on social media Former NFL insider Diana Rossini and interim Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel are both playing a Family Feud-style game with a number of Barstool Sports personalities. This is back in 2020 during, of course, COVID. Rossini was asked to name something you close your eyes to do.
Oh, God.
And she responded, when you have sex with your husband.
Oh, my.
Vrabel just shook his head on the video. Now, this is on top of the news that the two of them allegedly rented a boat together back when she was pregnant with the son she later named Michael.
They've got their signatures on a document, and there was one picture taken that I saw of them, and so it's going to be hard for them to deny anything. It's going on for years between the two of them, apparently.
So at what point does it become too much, and New England says, okay, we got to move on?
Great question. And what about? And in fact, I know yesterday his quarterback, what's his name, said, "Well, the coach is handling it great. He's telling us everything. We're fine. We want to play, and we're ready for football." So they're trying to say,
he said
"Hey,
that a couple of weeks ago. He came out supporting him and all that, saying what he could." Meanwhile, Roger Sherman tweets, "At this point, you need to review all the photos and videos in your camera roll because there's a 7% chance you captured footage of Vrabel and Rossini in public totally by accident."
Yeah. Everybody, that is.
The NFL will release its regular season schedule for this upcoming season next Thursday. We already know the season will open in Melbourne, Australia, between the 49ers and the Rams.
That's just wrong. It's just wrong. I know I'm wrong.
Why is that wrong?
It's right. It's not
wrong?
It's American football play. We don't go to freaking Australia where the time thing and the team's got to travel 16 hours and then be ready to play football and then drive 16 hours back on the sky and come back and then be regular stuff again. It's crap. There's no reason to have it in Australia.
I don't care. We got to go to Tokyo in
same thing.
2000 with the Falcons and the Cowboys because they played overseas. And it was a lot of fun.
I know.
I was introduced to bidets and electric toilets.
I don't want to hear, but you told me that's the most wonderful thing you ever experienced with it. Hot water screaming up your. I don't want to.
I'm telling you right now.
No.
It changed and Jeff Van Note's life. Former Gamecocks quarterback Steven Garcia announcing on social media he's been diagnosed with stage 4 colorectal cancer. 38-year-old starts chemotherapy next week. Garcia was South Carolina's starting quarterback from 2008 to 11, finished his collegiate career 7,500-plus passing yards, 47 touchdowns in 40 games. He was pretty good. It was fun to watch.
Yeah.
In case you missed it yesterday, Georgia and Florida State mutually agreed to cancel their home-and-home series set for 2027 and 28, but they are working on scheduling a neutral site matchup. Both the SEC and ACC moving to a 9-game league schedules, which makes the non-conference scheduling more challenging because mainly Florida State and Georgia already play in-state non-conference rivalry games at the end of the seasons. FSU with Florida, UGA plays Georgia Tech annually. That gave both teams 10 Power 4 games on their schedule. Bulldogs previously announced they canceled future non-conference games against Louisville and NC State. Things are changing.
Isn't this getting kind of complicated?
Yes, it's beyond
seriously
at this point. But it should get easier with the 9 games. We'll figure it out. Former Ohio University coach Brian Smith suing the university for breach of contract, wrongful termination. He was fired in December. Ohio fired him for cause citing serious professional misconduct and participating activities that reflect unfavorably on the school. He led the team for almost a year, went 8-4 last year, had $2.5 million left on his salary. His lawsuit alleges Ohio rushed to judgment, chose expedience over fairness. In a letter sent to him, though, Ohio President Lori Stewart Gonzalez cited his extramarital affairs, including one with an undergrad student, and said it violated his contract. Also, that they knew he was drunk during a game. He responded by saying Smith, while separated from his wife and in the process of divorce, had a consensual relationship with an adult Ohio University student, which he met off campus, and he did not supervise, unlike the Michigan guy. The claim said university police policy does not prohibit such relationship, saying it has nothing more than coincidence that she happened to be an OU student, and my ex-wife was aware that I was in a relationship and never accused me of participating in an extramarital affair. Moreover, both parties have moved on with their lives and are involved in separate personal relationships.
Well, if she wasn't there, was student, if he met her somewhere and they had sex, and then it turned out she was a student and it had nothing to do with him. I'm sorry. Yeah.
I know all of you are asking yourself one question.
Yeah, what's the question?
What is Johnny Football, Johnny Manziel, up to these days?
I wonder, what is old Johnny Manziel?
I'm glad you asked. Manziel is going to be boxing social media star Bob Menery, never heard of this guy, at the UFC Apex. The former quarterback of Texas A&M, Cleveland Browns, Hamilton Tiger Cats, Montreal Alouettes, Memphis Express, and the fan-controlled football Zappers will reportedly make his boxing debut May 23rd in Las Vegas. UFC's hosting it. It's going to be live on YouTube, Kick, Twitch, X, and TikTok.
Holy
I'd watch
cow.
it.
Yeah.
If it's free, I'd watch it. I'm not paying anything.
Johnny
NBA playoffs. The 76ers are desperate in more ways than one. Already down 2-0 in their best-of-7 series with the Knickerbockers. Now the Sixers are giving away home court tickets so their arena will not be overrun by New Yorkers.
Yeah.
Once again, showing Philly will always be a New York wannabe.
Yeah. In fact, I mentioned yesterday when you were gone, and just real quickly, I watched a little bit of the Philadelphia game, the Knicks game against Philly to see how they beat us by 50 points. And I honest to God, Pete, in that first 3 minutes, I saw these big guys barreling into their defenders with their shoulders, knocking them on the floor. And no whistle. It was unbelievable. What the hell's going on there? Literally shoving and bumping, and oh my God. Yeah, like Lambeer, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. Guess who sang the national anthem last Friday before a minor league game in Charlotte between the Knights and the Gwinnett Stripers?
I saw this. Very interesting.
Ronald McDonald.
Ronald McDonald, yeah.
And they were honoring the Ronald McDonald House. Unfortunately for the Braves AAA affiliate, they got Big Mac'd 21-1.
Yeah, that's not good there, no, at all.
On this day in 1936, Ryan Wordy has a great story for us.
All right.
Horse racing cost Ralph Nevis his life, but temporarily. 75 years ago, on May 8th, Nevis, who went on to be a Hall of Fame jockey, died and came back to life. The headline in the San Francisco Examiner summed up the story succinctly: Nevis, called dead in fall, denies it. Nevis was riding a series of races at Bay Meadows in San Mateo, California. He was thrown from his mount, cracked his skull against the track barrier. He was trampled by at least 4 other horses.
Oh, yeah.
By the time the track physician, Dr. J.A. Warburton, and 2 other docs reached him, his body was limp. He had no pulse. They declared him dead. The track announcer broke the solemn news to a stunned crowd, which was also including his wife.
Oh, boy.
Nevis, known as the Portuguese Pepper Pot and the Prince of Busted Bones, transferred to the track hospital where Warburton gave it one last shot. Literally, he injected Nevis with a needle full of adrenaline nearly 10 minutes after the accident. Not only did the jockey wake up, but he was taken to a local hospital. He escaped, hailed a cab, and returned to the track, demanding to get back on his last mount of the day.
Holy
Track staffers denied him and tried to persuade him to go to the hospital. The jockey refused. When his wife walked in, she fainted. The next day, he got back right on his horse.
Holy cow.
Yeah. He says, I remember the horse stumbling, but didn't think we fell. After that, it was all blank until I woke up at the hospital. I thought I had retired from racing, if not life.
Holy.
He went on to a stellar racing career, posted over 3,772 wins.
Wow.
Inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1960, about 5 years before he retired. And he passed away at the age of 78 in 1995. And according to one man, Nevis's style and the fact that he started riding at age 13 would connote an aggressive personality, but I would hesitate to make that connection between them and rising from the dead.
Yeah. And by the way, being a jockey is a very rigorous, tough, physical sport. Those guys are in shape. Those guys are definitely in shape.
Oh, now there's not an ounce of fat on them. They have to watch everything they eat. And so we saw with Great White falling back and almost killing that jockey.
Yeah.
That's a dangerous sport.
They're tough people. Yeah.
Yeah, all it takes is one hoof to the head and they're dead.
Yeah, it's not that good. I got one quick horse thing here, too, Pete Davis, in history. In fact, on this day in 1915, Regret wins the Kentucky Derby, the 41st running, ridden by Joe Nodder. Regret was the only female to win the Kentucky Derby, the first filly to win the Kentucky Derby, Regret, in 1915 on this day.
And then it kept them down ever since.
There you go. Chicks, man.
Patriarchy.
Yeah,
Patriarchy.
we got a 5:31. I got to run you right now. Letterman Friday. We got tweets. We'll do tweets. We got tweets coming up and news and stuff.
We're going to do tweets?
We're going to do tweets.
Yeah, sure we are.
Yeah, I'll do tweets. I got a tweet right here. Yeah, tweet this.
Stream Atlanta's only conservative voice anywhere you go with the Extra 106.3 app. Now equipped with Apple CarPlay. That means you'll always have Extra's crystal clear HD stream right on your dashboard no matter where you are. Download the all-new Extra 106.3 app now and start streaming.
Hey, it's Tug. Chuck and the team at Central Heating and Air Conditioning are bringing back something I love. Their 6th annual Christmas in July, benefiting Skyland Trail right here in Atlanta. Skyland Trail does incredible work helping people facing mental health challenges get real, lasting support. And Central is proud to give back to a community that they've been serving since 1947. Now, here's the part I like. It's easy to help, and it actually helps you, too. When you sign up for a Central maintenance agreement, they'll donate $10 directly to Skyland Trail. And on your side, you'll get priority service, seasonal tune-ups to help prevent breakdowns, and better efficiency, especially now that the Georgia heat's kicked in. It's one of those rare wins where you're taking care of your home and helping someone else at the same time. Central services all makes and models. With them, you're never a number, you're family. Call 770-GET-HEAT or go to centralheat.com to sign up today. Carrier products, carrier warranty, carrier peace of mind. Central Heating and Air Conditioning, delivering carrier comfort for the world we share.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
It has begun. The Summer Starts Here sales event now through June 1st. Commuting every day, the 2026 Toyota Camry is now all hybrid with up to 53 miles per gallon in the city. At Marietta Toyota, every new Toyota includes our nationwide lifetime powertrain warranty. That's unlimited time and unlimited mileage for as long as you own it. And we've been voted Best of Cop for 2026, Best New Car Dealership, and Best Service Center. For well-qualified buyers, 5.49% APR for 72 months is available on the new 2026 Camry Hybrid. Non-Toyota owners may qualify for $1,000 Camry Conquest bonus cash, no trade-in required. Visit us on Cobb Parkway South, just north of Truist Stadium. Marietta Toyota since 1975. We have been here and will be here for you.
5.49% APR for 72 months with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. Not all buyers will qualify. 1,000 Conquest for eligible current non-Toyota owners. Must finance or lease through Southeast Toyota Finance. No trade-in required. N61-2026. See dealer for details. All prices exclude tax, tag, title, and include dealer fee of $699.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis, which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Tremfya guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Visit Tremfya.com or call 1-800-526-7736.
Right here in our backyard, sellers trust Purple Wave Auction to move their equipment, from excavators and ag equipment to trucks and specialty trailers. Our no-reserve online auctions help local sellers turn iron into opportunity. You get a dedicated territory manager who knows your operation, your market, and your timeline, backed by nationwide buyer demand. Local service, national reach, real results. See why more sellers choose Purple Wave. Visit purplewave.com to get started today.
The legend Neil Boortz is only on Extra 106.3, Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station.
Hakeem Jeffries, minority leader in the House of Representatives, is actually predicting failure for the United States in its action against Iran. This is the sad state of the Democrat Party right now in this country.
Atlanta Talk Radio legends are only on Extra 106.3.
Who's that coming in our door?
Welcome back.
Da-da.
Your dreams were your ticket out.
Oh, I got stereo going to my headphones. Oh, my God. Can you hear the same thing? Oh, my God. Pete Davis, can you hear the stereo and the headphones one at a time? Maybe not up there in the mountains of Macon.
But those dreams have remained.
Oh, this is here in the studio. Separated left ear and right ear, just like the old days. How cool is this? Anyway, we're doing this for a reason, by the way. The theme song from Welcome Back, Kotter, the #1 song in America on this day in 1976. The #1 pop single. The previous year was done by John Sebastian of the Lovin' Spoonful. He was asked to write and record a theme song for a brand new ABC show called Kotter. Sebastian first tried working with a title into his song, but somehow rhymes with Kotter, otter, water, daughter, slaughter, didn't really lend themselves to a show about a middle-aged school teacher returning to his scrappy Brooklyn neighborhood to teach remedial students at his own former high school. So Sebastian took a more thoughtful approach to the task at hand and came up with a song about finding your true calling in life you thought you'd left behind. That song, Welcome Back, not only went on to top the charts, but it also led the show's producers to change the title to Welcome Back, Kotter. But his influence, the tone and content of the show. Welcome Back, Kotter. You think it was a semi-comic slice-of-life show like Court Chipavetti's father. Instead, Welcome Back, Kotter was more than a flimsy platform, it says here, for catchphrase-spouting caricatures, including insanely successful ones. Arnold Horshack's, ooh, 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 or Freddie Boom Boom Washington's, hi there. Vinnie Barbarino's, what? Gabe Cotter's, up your nose with a rubber hose, with a pop cultural coin to the realm in 75-76. And the disconnect had nothing to hinder the popularity of all things Kotter. If you weren't wearing an Uncle Sam or King Kong t-shirt in the summer of America's bicentennial year, you probably were wearing one with a picture of the Sweat Hogs and a colorful phrase like, off my case, toilet face, right there printed on it. The first and only TV theme song John Sebastian ever wrote. Far from the only TV theme song, though, of the 70s. How about theme from SWAT and the Rockford Files made the pop hits. Welcome back, Kotter. Anyway, 5:38, Kimmer, Pete, Flounder, and Jeff on the board. Our birthday list, couple of sport things here, Pete Davis. Chris Berman. Now, it says here Chris Berman's only 71. I find that hard to believe.
I do, too. But
that can't be right. I should ask Croc, although it would only go on my headphones and you wouldn't hear her answer. Chris Berman is some. I doubt that 71. His number is correct. Ronnie Lott, San Francisco 49ers legend. Ronnie Lott is 67. And Bill Cowher, the man with a chin, the coach and so forth. Is he still doing TV work, Bill Cowher? Or did they get rid of him, too? They got rid of some of those older guys.
No, I think Cowher's still
Is he still there? They got rid of the guy from Notre Dame with the glasses and the gray hair, and the old fellow was...
By the way, Berman is 71.
It does. I'll be darned.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm really, that's very surprising to me. Anyway, Christopher, 71, and Bill Cowher, 69. So there you go.
Roswell Tim's on the horn.
Roswell Tim, you on the radio, man. Happy Friday. Let her rip. What's up?
Hey, Kimmer, have a good weekend. I wanted to tell you how to make $1 million. Just take your music stick and clone it. I'll give you $20 for a clone.
Well, that's a start. $20 more than I had. I love it. I gotta go.
You got some good music on there, though. I'd love to have a copy of it.
I can do that. I mean, I don't know how to do that, but I suppose I could. Flounder, do you know how to do that? Flounder's busy. I can't talk.
Sorry, I was reading.
No, you're good. He wants to know if he could have a copy of my stuff on my music stick.
Yeah.
All you need to get a music stick.
You just need to bring your music stick in, and I'll make a copy for Roswell Tim.
Okay, cool. And now, do I need to get a music stick somewhere? Or
I'll get. I think Mike Engineering has a bunch, so I'll get one.
Now, what do you think, Roswell Tim?
Hey, I love it. I'll be over that way tomorrow night for the Banana Ball. I scored 5 tickets for that.
Well, I don't know that I'll be able to do it by tomorrow because I'm not coming down here to give a music stick to Flounder.
No.
Just touch base. Roswell,
I'm going to be in y'all's neighborhood tomorrow night.
We'll figure. Oh, that's good. You'll have fun. It's going to be a good show for you. Well, we'll take care of this. We'll get in touch with you. All right, we'll do you a Kimmer music stick. You may not like all of it. Well, I got a couple of 250 songs on there or something. I think 200 and something. Anyway, all right, man. Okay, there you go. Anyway, Roswell, too. And let's see. Oh, I want to finish this story in the chat thing. And it's a little silly, but a girl, her boyfriend's falling asleep on the couch. She uses his laptop to find something. She says, I wish I hadn't seen it. He had been talking to the chat GPT, asking about relationship issues with his girlfriend. And the girl says, I admit I shouldn't have looked at it. I was inviting his privacy. I shouldn't have read what I read. I shouldn't have attended, But when I read the words, I was heartbroken because the words were something like, he was asking the chat bot, he was asking the robot about whether he should have been in love by this point at 3.5 months in. He asked about, whether he should care about her 3 cats he didn't like. And they talked about her eating disorder in the past, her writing and stuff like that. And then she said, and then the kicker was the whole attraction thing. He said he said he had a problem with her appearance. And the chat box said, from what you're sharing, you should consider ending the relationship. Yeah, the robot said you ought to think about getting out of that. Well, what floored the girl most was that there was no pro list. There was cons, but no pro list. And she said, I was not being held in the warm and forgiving light I had imagined. I read the line, I think, probably remember to my grave. I'm just not proud of her, unquote. She slid out from his embrace on the couch as he was sleeping, gathered up her stuff, and left. Frankly, he tried to get in touch with her later. What happened? Where are you? What's going on? She said, I read everything. I read your whole blankety blank. And he was, yeah.
I read your book, you magnificent bastard.
You bastard. Rommel.
Read your book.
They tried to talk it out. They met for a while. The damage was done, eventually ended. And again, he asked the chat bot, and the chat said, well, you ought to think about getting rid of the relationship. And she's, here we go. Here we go. If you, that's the danger. If you believe AI is going to be the answer for everything about our business world and our, how do you do a contract that's better, and you're going to rely on AI. That's what's that?
Yeah, they're doing psychologists and psychiatry out with it.
Yeah. Yeah, using it for court cases and for, all kinds of stuff. Helping doctors and not only just the medical, physical, things, and stuff, but literally helping people make decisions. How do you come to a conclusion based on information you get? And one of the pieces of information is going to be a robot. And if we start relying on them, they're going to tell us whether you should dump your girlfriend.
What's worse, Sharia law or AI?
I think I'd go with AI because I think you can program AI. I don't think you can program Sharia law. Where's my other story? One more thing here. I thought it was kind of bizarre. And see what you think about this. There's a South Carolina couple, and they have a relationship that's going on for some time, and they are on social media. They have a lake house in Greenville, South Carolina. There's video of them sitting together, and she says, I'm 26, and he says, and I'm 60, and we have non-negotiables in our age gap relationship. They have 3 non-negotiables. There are 4, actually. First one is they pray together every night. They pray every day together. They express gratitude and so forth, but they just being together, praying, links them together. Second rule, they don't drink unless they're with each other. They don't drink alcohol. If there were friends in there drinking like a bar or something, they don't drink. Because if you have 4 or 5 or 6 drinks, it's because you started with the first one. And I don't want to be drunk without my partner in case it happens that way. And it's a decision they made individually, so it's a rule. Don't drink unless you're with her or him. Rule 3, they serve each other even through conflict. It's easy to serve somebody, to be there for them when it's hot and sunny, but a thunderstorm rolls through, it's more difficult. The disagreements can stand on their own, but it should not reflect or affect our kindness and courtesy toward one another. And the last one, not keeping score. He said, my father said a lot of couples, their goal is to reach 50% in a relationship, to give at least half the relationship. He said, that's nonsense. It ought to be 100%, each one. You'll both give your all the time. And folks are reacting saying, well, it seems kind of strict. As long as you're coming to the conclusion together, it sounds great. If that's, if that's.
It's no one's business if they like each other.
I know, and that's the other thing. These are two people. See, that's the difference. AI telling the guy he ought to think about getting rid of his girlfriend. The girlfriend finding out and dumping the relationship because AI got involved in their love situation. And on the other hand, they're getting reaction from two people who came to their conclusions on their own. Which is, really...
Well, it doesn't hurt the fact that he's got the body of a 38-year-old.
Yeah, and he also has a beach house.
The abs. Oh, my God.
Yeah, he's going to be fine. Anyway, let's do it. We got tweets. We're definitely doing tweets. Coming, I swear, I got 19 of them here. We're going to get them all in a minute. 1063, Happy Letter Rip Friday. How you doing? Get out of here. You're killing me.
Move your desk down to the basement.
Uh-oh.
Extra 1063 is focused on the issues that matter most to you. Inflation, housing costs, healthcare, and taxes all shape the political landscape nationally and in Atlanta. And President Trump continues to fight the good fight so you'll have the chance to live the American dream. Proud to be the conservative voice of Atlanta. Extra 1063 FM and the Extra app.
Jaron Solomon here, and if you want to absolutely win Mother's Day, listen up. Now through May 10th, when you make a purchase at Solomon Brothers Jewelers, you can receive a free Big Green Egg Grill with qualifying purchase. And this year, for all of you out there who have taken us up on this offer before, you also have the option of a brand new Traeger. You give mom something timeless, and you get the grill everybody wants. Visit Solomon Brothers Jewelers or book your appointment at solomonbrothers.com.
In a time when everything feels political, one place must rise above it all: the courtroom, where the law rules and integrity matters. In 2020, Georgians came together, electing a justice who believes in protecting our courts.
I'm Georgia Supreme Court Justice Sarah Warren, and here's what I believe. I believe in the rule of law, the separation of powers, and a judge's limited role to interpret the law as written. I believe in a nonpartisan judiciary, impartial judges who don't advocate for political positions or outcomes. I believe in deciding cases without bias or favor, treating everyone with dignity and respect. As a justice on your Supreme Court, I've upheld these values. With your support, we'll maintain the integrity of our courts.
Vote to re-elect Justice Sarah Warren. Vote early starting April 27th or on Election Day, May 19th. Paid for by Georgians for Justice Warren, Inc.
Hey, it's Flounder. My wife and I have owned our home for just over a year, and for the past year, we've trusted Dobbs Heating and Air, a local small business that does it right. Right now, Dobbs is offering buy two, get one free on their club membership. 3 HVAC visits for the price of 2. That includes a 21-point inspection, priority scheduling, and savings on repairs and new equipment. Plans start at just $199 with membership starting at $17 a month. Service calls are only $85. Prevent breakdowns and keep your system running strong. Visit DobbsHVAC.com.
Hey, this is John Flading from ATL Turfco. We're a family-owned and operated independent local company here in the Atlanta area. We've been in business for over 15 years. We install several different types of artificial grass. One is landscape, which looks like real grass for your lawn. The next one is pet turf. Pet turf is a little bit shorter than landscape, and it's more durable. And the other one is putting greens. If you can dream it, we can build it. Just go to atlturfco.com to schedule an appointment.
Did you know that over 70% of all Porsche vehicles ever built are still on the road today? Hello, I'm Mark Venti, Executive Director for Hennessy Porsche, and I'm here to talk to you about Porsche Certified Pre-Owned, a designation that is not easily earned. Every Porsche CPO vehicle undergoes a meticulous preparation process to ensure it's worthy of the Porsche name. Factory-trained technicians perform a comprehensive 111-point mechanical, cosmetic, and visual inspection while using only original Porsche parts. These rigorous standards guarantee a vehicle that delivers the exceptional quality and performance you expect. With a Porsche CPO vehicle, you'll enjoy worry-free driving pleasure. Find your dream Porsche online at HennessyPorsche.com, or better yet, visit us in Roswell to explore our exceptional inventory in person. We recognize that Porsche owners are some of the greatest automotive enthusiasts and experts in the world who demand the very best. This is what ignites our passion to perform for you. Hennessy Porsche, where you will always experience excellence.
Picture this. You wake up with a spring in your step. You're refreshed, ready to go. You breeze through your day with a to-do list, and you still have energy left over when the family gets home at night. Yeah, that's the power of a good night's sleep. When's the last time you had one of those? Z-Factor from Relief Factor can help you get there. Z-Factor goes beyond melatonin. It has a combination of 4 natural ingredients. It helps you relax your mind. It can help you fall asleep quicker and sleep more soundly through the night. It is safe to take every night, and you'll wake up rested and refreshed with no groggy feeling. It just works with your body. Both Tanya and I keep a bottle on our nightstands. We take it every night. Z-Factor. Georgia wrote in, she said, I sleep well. I wake up early, ready to get started. Florence says, great product, no morning grogginess. Give Z-Factor a try right now. Save 46% on your first order. It's $19.95, 30-day supply. 800-4RELIEF, 1-800-4RELIEF, or visit ReliefFactor.com. Better sleep, better days with Z-Factor from ReliefFactor.com.
Look out now. 5:51, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, and Silent Jeff on the board. On Let Her Rip Friday, anything goes. If you want to join us, running out of time. 404-741-1230, 1230. Birthdays include Tony Tennille. Captain and Tony, Tennille, the biggest hits, Love Will Keep Us Together, the Muskrat thing there, Do That To Me Again or whatever. Tony Tennille is 86 years old. Wow. Let's see. Philip Bailey is the falsetto guy responsible for things you like at Earth, Wind, and Fire, like September, Boogie Wonderland, After the Love Is Gone, Let's Groove. Philip Bailey is 75 years old today.
Had a hit with Phil Collins.
Oh, is that right? Which one was that? In the Air Tonight or what? Do we know?
I don't remember.
Okay. And let's see. On this day in history, American movie goers get their first view of James Bond in Dr. No, codenamed 007. They were looking down the barrel of a gun for the first time in 1963 on this day. Played by the relatively unknown Scottish actor named Sean Connery. And Sean Connery, at the beginning of his acting days, was actually a bodybuilder, known for his famous poses as a bodybuilder, like they have, exhibits and so forth, as part of his way to getting into acting.
Ian Fleming hated the casting until he saw the scene in Dr. No where he's playing cards, and he said, oh, he can do it. He can pull this off.
Bond, James Bond. And what a way to start it, by the way, too. That was pretty cool. And David Niven was, originally, Ian Fleming wanted David Niven, and David Niven said, no, I don't want to do it. And then later, David Niven did the comedy role of 007 in the Casino Royale, yeah. Anyway, so Sean Connery. Now, the best, the best James Bond to me will always be Sean Connery. The best action modern James Bond is Daniel Craig. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But if James Bond with Sean Connery, of course, back in the early 60s, they didn't do this kind of, hand-to-hand combat stuff like they do in the modern things. So the hand-to-hand combat and the physical stuff in the original Dr. No and Goldfinger is ridiculous. I mean, just stupid.
The one where he's in Japan, I forget what, and he's running across the rooftops in Tokyo. And the helicopter's following the shot, and he's going up and slugging like 25 different guys, and he's not even hitting them.
Yeah, it's just silly.
And they fall down immediately.
Yeah, it's just silly. It's just silly. But anyway, and one more quick thing. I thought this was kind of amusing, too. On this day in 1951, men's Dacron polyester suits were introduced to the world. 1951, Dacron polyester suits. And I'll tell you what, in the mid-1970s, I had a bone-colored leisure suit, and I looked so good in that freaking outfit. When I was wearing the Greek Ankh necklace around my neck at the same time with an open shirt collar and stuff.
It's funny you should mention that, because I hope I'm getting this right. The way it was described to me, I now have something made of Dacron protecting my aorta. That's what they put down in there.
Really?
Yeah, to stop the aneurysm.
I'll be damned. We lost his picture, but we can still hear you fine, by the way, for the record. Anyway, that's cool. All right, now let's. Can we do that? We got time. Flounder, how about we got time to this? Oh, here we go. 5:55. A little thing we like to call Pete's Tweets here on 106.3 on Let It Rip Friday. Pete Davis, and so much more to come. Hey, what do you got there?
Did you talk about Hayden Panettiere yesterday?
I did. Oh, I'm sorry. Also, I'm sorry. I beg your pardon. Let me interrupt. Mention Hayden. Jeff reminded me that I did not mention the age gap between the couple I was talking about with their strict rules. She was 24 and he's 60. I mentioned it the first time, but not the second time. But anyway, so she's 24 and he's 60. Anyway, Hayden Panettiere, I mentioned that she's bi. She's a switch hitter.
As bisexual.
Yeah.
Said she didn't come out earlier because she didn't want to seem like she was jumping on the bandwagon. Because you remember every actress was coming out saying, "Well, of course I'm bi."
Charlize Theron's got bi kids now. All of a sudden, or tranny kids. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Oh, she's coming. Well, I always knew about her, but her and that Klitschko boxer.
Yeah, he gave her a baby.
6'6", 250. She's 5'2". It's like a rhesus monkey climbing on a silverback.
She has his baby.
She's hot as a firecracker.
She's a dish, yeah.
Yeah,
she likes girls now better than boys. So there you go.
Earlier this week was the 25th anniversary of the infamous Pine Barrens episode of The Sopranos.
Oh,
remember that one?
I do remember the Pine Barrens. Yeah.
In which Polly Walnuts and Christopher were stuck in the New Jersey Pine Barrens trying to kill a former Russian commando in the snow.
Yeah.
And the snow surprised them, but they filmed it anyway. It's voted the most favorite episode of the entire series. It is one of the funniest of The Sopranos.
Yeah, I remember the Pine. Yeah, I remember that.
That was good. Mike the engineer found this nugget of joy. When your wife says she'll be ready in 5 minutes, think of it like it's the fourth quarter and both teams still have all of their timeouts. Sex before marriage is considered a sin.
Yeah.
After marriage, it's considered a miracle. Ever seen a headline that reads, "Government program ends because it's achieved its goals and solved the problem"? No, you haven't.
Good job.
Ask Jeeves is dead.
Yeah.
Remember
Ask
that? One
Jeeves.
Of the
butler.
original internet search sites closed down last Friday, just 1 month shy of its 30th birthday. I used to use Ask Jeeves.
Jeeves was the name for the generic butler. Jeeves, give me my code.
Butler.
Yeah, the English butler.
Jeeves and Wooster.
Yeah, that's
some
right.
of the funniest shows you'll see.
Yeah.
And Hapty Captain asked the musical question, why do they put the back pain medicine on the bottom shelf?
Yeah, just bend over and... Or how about the Babylon Bee? Boy, this is weird. The Jeffrey Epstein suicide note was printed on Hillary Clinton's personal stationery. It was kind of surprising. Or one more. Hey, Dr. Fauci reports amazing results in the gain of function research now at the new cruise ship laboratory, ladies and gentlemen. Which I think is fairly amusing. And by the way, Donald Trump is entering a ceasefire talk with Democrats now, as well as with Russia and Ukraine. Anyway, Kimber Payne, Flounder, Jeff on the board. Again, Jeff, thanks for helping out here and being part. I hope you come back frequently or whatever. We'll see what's going on.
So he'll be helping out the morning show training, but he's going to be with us at least 1 day a week.
Outstanding. Well, that'll be fun. Anyway, coming up, one more Flounders Funny on Letter Rip Friday. Right, here you go.
This is the most divided this country has ever been. It's like the red states and the blue states. It's like, why? Because we tweet at each other? You know we had a war, right? You know this country had a civil war? That was pretty divided. Like, at least nowadays we're communicating with each other. Back then, those guys never... They got the news like once a month. Some guy would come by on a horse and they were like, who's talking? Like, I was like, the South is talking.
Talking crap.
I don't like that. Give me my gun. I'm gonna go down there. I'm gonna walk down there for a month straight. Shoot the first guy I see down there. That's how much. The Civil War was basically just the North just shooting racism out of the South. That's what happened. The North was like, South, fucking chill. And the South was like, no. So a bunch of guys had to walk down there and shoot him a lot. And they were like, all right, we'll let them go. But we're not going to be nice to them for a while. Until we find out they're good at football and then roll tide.
Oh, boy. Yikes. And who's that again?
That is Mr. Shane Gillis.
That's what I recognize. All right, boys, have a great weekend. Pete Davis, better and better every day. And hi to Nurse Lori and Miss Veronica, and Mrs. Flounder. And Jeff, again, thanks. All right, in the meantime, Christine, sing me home, baby. I got to go. You're killing me. Look out, baby. Arr, arr.
The Kimmer Show is live on your ride home on WFOM and W292 EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. Extra 10.
A pause pause in fighting. I'm Lisa Lacera, Fox News. Russia and Ukraine agreed to a short ceasefire.
The 3-day ceasefire beginning May 9th and ending